Anyway, train music. There we go. It is recording now. And there is train music. Okay, go away. It's just giving me loads of notifications and I'm like, stop it. Okay, so, hi. Welcome back, everybody. It is, in fact, Growled time.
Growled
Oh,
time!
yeah.
I'm very glad you are excited. Welcome back to Arc 5, Session 3, Within the Darkness of Tormented Minds. Has been excellent time. So, to recap, you guys are trying to work out what the hell is going on with some super spooky dreams. You've met the wonderful Ezra, who has tagged along for the fun of it, and also because you guys are terrifying, and he's terrified you'll kill him if you don't.
And we will.
And
please don't hurt me. Please.
So.
My friends in 30 minutes from now.
One Irish D&D character.
No!
Tal was Irish too.
So, you then also, trying to follow up some things, you went and spoke to Nerin's father, Sleet Sparrow, head of Cloud Jumper, and he was like, yep, I've also had weird dreams, and they also link back to the monastery. Shit. Should probably check that out. And Nerin's like, ha ha ha, how about I don't? And then you got attacked by a wine weird and a poison weird, and you killed them on a ship, and it was very good. And you very briefly saw Joanna, but she was busy being like, ship time. So you did not really see Joanna at all. And then you were like, okay, cool. Time to work out what the fuck is happening. Don't know. Let's go to a bar. And then you sat in a bar for a bit and were like, what the fuck is happening? Which was a good time. And then after that happened, you were like, we need to get into the monastery. And Nerin was like, oh, we could not do that. Just saying. We could not.
It is an option.
We could just not do that. And you were like, but we kind of gotta.
No.
Yeah. So then you were like, okay, we'll message Nerin's friend, Relentless, and try and talk to her and see what she knows. And then maybe she can get us into the monastery without Nerin having to come with. And so you were like, okay, cool, let's go home. And then you got attacked by some weird spooky boys who were weird and spooky and said weird and spooky things, and you killed them in the street, which was a good time. And then you went home and you went to bed, apart from most of you didn't sleep. I did rewatch the recording back. Luther, Kitto are both on 1 point of exhaustion. Ezra, you're on 2.
Yeah, I've got that written down.
Oh no.
Yeah, because I watched the recording back and I remembered where you are at.
Oh,
So
did we still get a long rest though?
you did still get a long rest. Kitto, I do believe, rolled a natural 1 and therefore did not reset any of the stuff that he needed to. You're on mute, Ruth, dearest.
Was it any of the stuff, or was it just?
I was
hit
just
dice?
saying yes. No, I
Uh,
didn't. I wouldn't have regained spell slots, but I also didn't regain like necrotic shroud or any
Yeah,
of the fun
so
things. I
basically
would have.
that's fair.
It's only if you roll a natural 1 on the wisdom save and you don't reset anything that counts as a class resource. No, well, basically you don't reset anything that has to reset at a long rest. If a thing resets at a short rest, you do reset it. But if it only resets a long rest, such as spell slots, for example, or things like necrotic shroud or stuff,
Wild
or
shape.
rage, wild shape resets at a short rest, you're fine.
I'm
Those don't reset.
Mhm.
But that
It's
only
like-
happens.
Just to double check, sorry, for level 2 exhaustion, it is
Yes.
half speed and disadvantage on ability checks.
Yes. Lusa
Okay.
has disadvantage on ability checks, as does Kitto, but Ezra, you're also at half speed.
Ezra is what Ezra has is also disadvantage when you're fighting
No,
on
it's
initiative or on
just-
attacks, or is that more
It's
than
on
that?
initiative, but nothing else.
Okay.
Because initiative counts an ability check, but it's not on attacks.
Okay.
That's the
Cool.
only thing. But it
Thank
doesn't
you.
affect like saves or actual combat. It only affects like perception and that kind of stuff.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Hit points.
Will reset.
Kitto.
Yeah, Kitto's hit points are at full.
Okay.
Because I'm not that mean. It's just like your class resources that don't reset, basically. Like
Spell slots.
Hathor, if you were to roll a natural 1, you would not reset any spell slots, apart from you could
Yeah.
do Arcane Recovery to reset
Some
some.
be worse.
Yeah,
So,
it's not too bad for Kitto because Kitto's a
Yeah.
rogue. So it just
Yeah.
kind of means that Kitto is less out of fun things, but that's kind of it. It will probably fuck over a spellcaster massively. But you
Right.
guys have higher whiz saves, so
Mhm.
yeah. But again, it's literally only if you roll a natural 1. If you roll anything else, if you fail on the save in any other time, it's fine. It's just if you roll a natural 1.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So let us get this up. Okay.
Oh no, the train music is
The
stopping.
train
It
music
means we
is
have to face
stopped.
the monastery.
You do. I want that one, please. Okay. So you guys wake up. Early-ish morning. You are prepared, and you did watch Ezra and didn't find much out because you were all pretty fucked up from sleeping anyway. So Ezra just slept poorly, but again, doesn't seems to be worse than the night before. But also, most of you had bad dreams, so you're kind of like, wow, that sucked. You wake up fairly early. It's like 9 a.m. Is there anything you guys want to do before you're heading to the Accidental Flame to meet up with Relentless?
Yes. I would like to see how very, very terrible Ezra looks. And just put a hand on his shoulder. And oh, Nerin. Put a hand on his shoulder and just like give it a gentle squeeze and be like, it'll be all right. We'll figure this out, I promise. Cast Lesser Restoration.
That will not affect it.
That doesn't affect it.
You know
I
that
won't
wouldn't
cast
affect
that.
it, so it's okay.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll still do that anyway because he's a reassuring boy. But
Okay, that's fine.
it has no mechanical effect.
Yeah.
Cacula's reassuring words have no mechanical effect.
I'm afraid only Greater Restoration reduces exhaustion levels.
Yeah, that's fair. I just forgot. I was just like, ooh, I have restoration.
Yeah.
That'll work.
You are welcome to keep the spell slot if you'd like. I will not punish you for that because
Thank
Cacula
you.
would know that it doesn't.
You are very
that.
kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is probably just going to be, at this point, probably just like, has been staring out the window for the past 10 minutes, just kind of like in a bit of a daze. And it's kind of like snapped out of it a little bit. I'll just head a bit and just. I know. I appreciate it. Thank you. We're getting there. So far, eh?
Yes. We've dealt with situations like this before and it's come out all right. No one's died, at least.
Aye.
You know, statistically, it'll be fine.
I know. It will. It will. Just. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think any of us had a great night. I'm not surprised that you didn't.
No. Given.
Speaking of which, no, you reply, and then I'll.
Oh, no, I don't think so. Especially after whatever that was going on last night.
I don't think I'll forget that for a long time.
No.
I didn't like it at all.
Well, look on the bright side. At least we have a lead.
Yeah.
We did
Speaking
something.
of which, we should discuss the possibility that we are going to be going into the fucking dear.
Hello.
That we should discuss the possibility that we are going to be headed into the monastery, and if we do, how we would like to do this, because we've got a very obvious looking spy pirate, a cloaks member. Me, Ezra, and Nerin are going to probably be okay.
I can just get changed though.
You can just get changed. Cacula, I can make you invisible because I covered that this morning.
Or I can just be a spider.
Yeah.
And someone else can be invisible. I
Mhm.
can be in their pocket. Classic combination. I'll turn to Ezra and say, you don't know, but it is a classic combination.
I mean, I can also go invisible.
Oh.
If you can avoid it, I would. You're better off walking around like normal, and you're not going to cause a fuss going into the monastery, I doubt. The
No.
real problems here are Kitto and Luther.
Mhm.
I can just change my clothes.
Yeah,
You're a bit-
like if Luther
yeah.
just puts on, or Luther and Kitto can just put on a different coat and they will look fine. Like,
Yeah.
Cacula does need to be hidden because Cacula is specifically obvious, but Kitto and Luther aren't. And so,
Mhm.
as long as they wear different clothing, which Hathor can provide, that is fine. I'm happy for you to say that you have changed your clothing enough for it to get by, to be honest. Hathor, you have... Luther is obvious, but people don't know that... Yes, but
He's
people...
not famous.
Yeah.
He's not famous in the way that Cacula is. Like, Cacula is famously wanted. Luther is not. He's obvious as hell, but
Yeah,
he
but
hasn't done anything
because
that's
he's an
been on
outledger,
people's
not because he's a-
radars
yeah.
enough
Yeah.
to make
Yeah.
a difference.
Yeah. I
The idea of Cacula being a famous wanted criminal. I know I
There are
did
wanted
this to
posters
him,
of
but it's
Cacula.
so funny. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Um,
Though,
Because
or
you
there
wouldn't
were. There aren't
know.
really now. You've kind
I
of
was gonna
elapsed as
say,
being
yeah,
that
I was gonna
relevant.
say, like, I hope we kind of find one like trodden down on the
Yeah.
floor, and he's like, "What?"
Yeah. Also, you are
Yeah.
talking to Relentless with the ability possibly to try and get into the monastery, so she may have a way of getting you in as well,
Mm.
mhm.
but it is also probably a good idea to try and...
It was more of a thing of if people are wanting to get changed, they should do it now.
Mhm.
I'll
we
wait
have
till
any
we get a little
clothes.
closer. Kitto will get changed.
You can borrow mine.
Hathor
Works for me.
has an abundance.
Yeah, thank
Don't pick any of the fancy shit.
I'm picking the fancy shit.
Do not pick the fancy shit.
I'm picking the fanciest shit.
I mean, it would be appropriate.
Hmm.
Kitto will not choose the fanciest shit.
Because I already took it. Ho ho ho.
Oh,
Ho 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 ho.
Hathor's got lots of very expensive clothes that he doesn't wear because they were
Yeah.
bought for him by somebody else. So if you want to wear those,
Well, he
Anything
wouldn't
blue. I'm gonna go blue.
know that.
Have a nice contrast.
Yeah, fair.
Blue buddies.
Okay.
Use the color blue. Nice Cacula reference.
This is such a rip-off of Girl, this fucking chair.
Merch.
let's go. Let's go,
Okay.
lesbians.
In we go.
You're all...
This Cacula just do that the entire way.
Let's go, lesbians!
This is
None
how
of you are
it works.
lesbians!
I haven't mentioned it until now. But this is how Cacula walks, actually.
Yes, okay. So, you guys head to the accidental It's quiet. Because, Ezra, you can lead the way. I'm not going to make you roll. It's your dad's pub. You fucking know where it is.
Oh,
You
we're
live
going here first?
Oh,
Oh,
you
no.
did live here for a while.
Mhm.
So, I'm not going to make you count it.
Okay.
Because you know where to go. Nerin, I presume you're sort of lingering at the back, trying to be as small and unobtrusive as possible?
Yes.
Wow.
If anyone didn't, if no one dragged me out of the house, I would have let you all go by yourselves.
We
I
would
was
come and
busy
drag you.
cleaning the kitchen
Dragging you.
again and
Yeah.
again.
You gotta go!
Cacula will, after you've been dragged collectively by the party, just kind of like offer his hand to you so you can walk together.
Okay, so you...
I will hold your hand, but warn you that if you hold Nerin's hand, you will be walking at half speed for the moment.
It's okay.
Well, let Ezra, because he's already going fucking slow.
I was gonna say.
Ezra
Yeah, I was
doesn't
gonna
hold
say,
Nerin's
Ezra's
hand.
already at half speed. Ezra's already, like,
Yeah.
dragging his feet.
Yeah, I'm pretty much leading you to this pub with my eyes closed.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my
This is,
kid.
like,
Sleepwalking.
sleepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just getting my sleep.
Yep. So you make it in time. You cut it a little bit close, but you do make it in time. It is very quiet because it's 10 a.m.
You ever been like so tired you feel like you're walking on like italically? You can't stop.
Yeah. The pub is dead. There is literally nobody here apart from your father behind the bar. who looks up as you enter and is like, can I? Oh,
Hello.
so you were at school.
Well, I was, and I am.
You don't look like you're at school, Ezra.
I finished an essay,
Right.
and it went well.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, I'll come out and visit, and a few other little things. See see a few old friends.
A few old friends, including the Eladrin I threw out of the bar.
No, we're in blue.
That doesn't mean I can't recognize you because you're obviously the Eladrin I threw out of the bar.
Listen, you got thrown out of a bar?
Oh, I remember throwing you out too, kid.
Well,
Really?
when you threw me out, I banged my head on the concrete and I have no recollection of that day, so I apologize for past me's actions.
I'm impressed that you remember it at all, considering how drunk you were.
Exactly. I banged my head. So who's in the mood for selective amnesia? Let's talk this.
Come in.
I'll vouch for them. I'll vouch for them, Pa. They're helping me out. And a few research situations with some of the other essays as well. So they're good.
Ezra, what's your
I'm
deception?
deeply sorry.
Please roll deception for me.
Oh no.
You're
This is-
lying to your dad, buddy.
You're lying to your father, and also this is much more about whether or not he can read your current state at 2 points of exhaustion.
This is disadvantage as well, isn't
It
it?
is
Yeah.
disadvantage.
That's just the
Oh,
student
no.
lifestyle, baby.
He
Yeah.
rolled higher than that on his whisk check. He rolled a 15. He kind of frowns. What's going on? You look like hell.
Can I tell you in the back?
Yeah.
All right.
Your friends
Yeah.
can go sit down. If they want to drink, it's on the house.
You have any coffee?
Yeah, I've got coffee on the stove. It's already heating. Just pour it.
I'll have some water, please.
Thank you.
That's in the tap. Go on.
Thank you.
Make it.
Come on, Ezra.
Nerin will go and do the drinks and hide behind the bar.
I'm gonna whisper to Kitto. I think we got off the hook. I don't think he recognized us.
Kitto's gonna go for a high five.
I'm kind of just doing, the head down, feet shuffling, italic walk behind the bar. Goggles on.
He pulls you behind the bar. All right. What's all this about?
Do you want the long version or the short?
Whatever you want to give me.
Okay. Basically, having quite a lot of nightmares and quite a lot of struggles. Just struggle sleeping, as you can see, eyes baggy, all bagged the likes. Basically, a few tutors have noticed, and they're now. Well, these lots are helping me out. They think it's something a wee bit more than simply bad dreams, but it's not like it's unmanageable. We're getting there. I mean, a few bumps and scrapes along the way, but all's well. I'm still doing well. Still got Damocles here. Still keep me safe. But yeah, I'm doing all right, pal. I'm
All right.
just tired. And
These friends of yours look pretty capable.
they are. I apologize for a certain few of them.
Yeah, no,
When
they
I
were
found out
capable then.
this-
They were incredibly drunk.
Depending on the amount of company, depending on the length of the company, I'm going to try and keep wee bit of an eye on that. on that for future. Specifically, if they start being a bit rowdy again, yeah, I can just unscrew one of their seats while they're sitting on it. It's fine. I'll put it back together. But anyway, if
I'm glad that you are getting help. I get why you didn't tell me. And I'm not going to be annoyed if you decide to go with them. You were always so
Well-
obsessed with Alexi's tales. It was going to happen at some
Beth?
point, as
well, I mean, hopefully, fingers crossed, I should be remaining around like fairly close. It's just nightmares for now. I mean, okay,
this is
I-
me giving you my blessing in case you don't want to.
Ezra will just kind of stay quiet at that. Kind of right foot starting to tap a little bit.
I'll always be here. This city will always be here. Alexei will be here. But also, you're 22. You can make your own way. Decide what you want. And if you like being with these people, and you feel like you're doing good things, I'm not going to stand in your way.
Well, I mean, they're the ones who sorted the situation out with the well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was them who did that. And a few of their other bits, they seem good. They certainly interesting company to be around. But they're good.
Certainly seen it.
Aye. And, well, drinking habits aside, it seems I'm fitting in fairly well. Although it's still just trying to manage nightmares and that situation. I mean, have you been having any nightmares or anything the like?
No, and
Right,
nothing for Pa either.
right, okay. Anyone in the tavern been complaining about anything of the sort?
None of my regulars mentioned it.
Right, okay. Is there anything I can do in here while I'm here? Just as a
No, I
anything need
presume
fixing?
you're here to meet someone this early in the morning.
Aye, yeah. We've, meeting someone. If you see someone coming in or already in from the monastery,
No one's here yet, but I
Ah.
probably should go back out and keep an eye.
all right. I'll take the coffee. It's
I'll go in the back when your friend arrives. I don't want to be involved. I don't want you to get into trouble.
he's gonna give his dad a hug.
Okay.
Not
He'll
gonna,
give you a big
not gonna say anything. He's not gonna say anything in response to that. Just kind of a big one and resisting the urge to fall asleep there and then.
He'll pet
Stand
you
back.
on the back of the head. Come on, Ez.
All right, all right. Thank you, Pa.
You know where I am.
Aye. Yeah, where's that coffee? Is it on the
It's on the stove in
Perfect.
behind the bar. Go on.
Perfect. He'll take it. And he'll pop like without Ruben looking. Is that like a little coin pouch? Like sort of where change is put in.
Yeah, there's like a jar behind the bar.
He'll put a gold coin in. Just while Ruben's not looking.
Roll a sleight of hand check. At disadvantage.
Oh, that did not come to his disadvantage, sorry.
It was not a very high roll. You succeed. He does not notice. He rolled poorly.
Mhm.
Okay, and as Ezra Ezra comes back and you are bullying Nerin into not leaving the bar with forget-me-nots and owls.
Yeah.
I just love the idea of we can't see Nerin above the bar, but we can see this barn owl going.
She's just bobbing from side to side. You're on mute.
Sorry,
Liam.
Al, I can't allow you to
You
tell
can
me that
see
idea.
cheese and then just cups of coffee like sliding towards the front of the bar and nothing else.
It's like
Yeah.
a little mini game for Cacula where he has to like
Yeah,
slide
yeah.
along the bar.
Forget-me-nots.
And I will have poured more coffee than there are people because I'm just pouring
Kitto's
it
drinking
like
that coffee.
Kitto's guzzling it, as is Ezra, I'm assured.
Yeah.
Everybody with a passive perception over 15, or 15 or
Mhm.
above.
No.
But the rest of you are distracted by Nerin.
No.
I mean, I can't see because I'm behind the bar,
Yeah.
literally.
So I believe that will be Cacula, Kitto, and Damocles. So Damocles will alert Ezra. Literally about 5 minutes as Ezra is basically coming out from this conversation with his father, somebody slips into the bar very quietly, very quickly, and ducks inside. And let's have that one, please. Let's have that a little bit quieter. And let's change my character token to that of Relentless Orvin.
Yay!
There she is.
Hey,
Pretty
Hmm.
girl.
Hey.
nice.
She ducks inside, hair whipping behind her, in the same plait as Nerin's is, in the same exact style, the fishtail plait, pulled back, and she's wearing the same kind of gi that Nerin's is, although in a different shade. So Nerin's has like gold embroidery on it to highlight that they're a Sun Soul monk. Hers is like a warm, like pure white cream kind of color, and she ducks in and kind of freezes upon seeing all of you.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Here to meet with Nerin?
You
They're
got my
just there.
message.
I did get your message. Hi.
He's just
Oh.
there. Do you want coffee? Because we have lots of it.
I'd
Nerin's
love
the owl.
some coffee. Nerin?
Got coffee.
Okay. She'll come over and like look over the bar. Kind of. Hi.
Hi. I imagine at this point Nerin's hair is really messy because Cacula's put loads of
Yeah.
forgotten
It's not messy. It's just full of flowers.
I swear it is just me. You can come out.
Okay.
It's just me.
Okay.
Honor on the monastery. I closed the
will
door as
come
well.
out, but like with Cacula.
Okay. She'll grab a coffee and go and find a place to sit. So, introductions, I guess. I'm Relentless, Orvin. I was in Nerin's class. Well, no, I was friends with Nerin. We're different. We did different things.
We punch differently.
Yeah, I control people, and Nerin does the whole glowy thing. I'm a way of the open hand monk.
That's fine. I'm Hathor Ermik, resident wizard of this rambling group of idiots.
Oi.
No, no, right.
Speak for yourself. And he does. A lot. Kitto. Nice to meet you.
And you?
Cacula. And I'm sorry, I recognise this is probably quite overwhelming if you were expecting maximum 2 people.
I was, and there are a lot of you, but that's okay. Very glad to meet all of you. Yeah.
Don't worry, none of us bite.
No,
Damocles bite?
not unless I tell him to, which I'm not going to.
Oh, good.
I mean, I'm Ezra. Hello. My pa owns this place.
Oh.
I'm going Geordie.
Do
Hello,
it.
man.
Do it.
No, I can't. Lauren will kill me.
Ezra from
father,
Birmingham.
has-
Talking Geordie.
I can hear the abuse.
Yeah, it's like getting dragged for that.
A little bit, but yes, just don't worry about Damocles. He's not going to bite.
And the owl?
Cheese
those
would
bite.
probably try to, but also he will do everything that I tell him to. Right, Cheese?
Were it
He's
not
a familiar.
were it not for Hathor's control, I'm very sure Cheese would have overtaken the city council at this point, but thankfully he
Yeah, I
has
would
a
have a
wizard.
hole in me where I would make its den. This was a
Right.
puppet.
And you are, my friend? You didn't introduce yourself.
Oh, I am Luther.
It's lovely to meet you.
Peddler of terrifying metaphors, apparently.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Just a bit.
So, yeah, thanks for, I guess, I don't know. Part of me wants to say thanks for meeting me, but I guess you contacted me. But I'm
We're
also,
thanking you.
I'm
Yeah.
really grateful, because I wanted to talk to Nerin anyway, and I didn't have a way of getting in touch. So, I'm glad. What did you want to talk to me about more specifically? Before?
Nerin?
Nerin is just staring at like Cacula. Speak for me, please.
He will like, give his hand a little squeeze on the table and then say, for business reasons, really, unfortunately, we've been tracking some entity that has been invading people's dreams. And yesterday we were attacked by some rather nasty, shadowy fellows. Took care of them, thankfully, but we have reason to believe that we might at least find some information about them within the monastery, and we're hoping whether you'd be able to enable us to get there.
Yeah, I can do that. You'd have to come together. I can't get you in myself, but Nerin and I could get you in together. Also, you'll have to go through a really dumb procedure.
Procedure?
So
Work.
no, the monastery prides itself on its physical abilities. Obviously, we're a group of monks, and one of the things that you have to do to prove yourself in the monastery, to prove yourself worthy of either accessing the libraries or talking to the higher command or anything like that, is to beat the Hydra.
Hydra.
Right.
Sorry, was it
What?
Hydra?
Yeah, it's an undead Hydra. It'll reset once you've killed it. It's pretty big. It's like large.
What?
That sounds
So
stupid.
I never did
Yeah.
that. I didn't
No.
know
I have
that.
several questions.
Sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
Okay.
I did once and got my ass kicked, and I wasn't allowed in the library. But they always
Okay.
have somebody on hand in case you actually get hurt.
Okay, that's
Usually
good.
also
I
the
have
way
a
of mercy
question.
monk. Yes, Lucid.
Did you build the monastery around the Hydra or vice versa?
No, I
I
think the
think
Hydra
Relentless
was
built the
summoned within the
monastery,
monastery because
Lisa.
it's undead.
Makes
You
sense.
could bring the bones in bone by bone.
Yeah, and then
reassemble.
resummon it. I think they asked the. I think it was. I do believe, like in the past, it wasn't like an undead Hydra, but then killing things became a bit much to constantly keep up all of the time. So they asked one of the necromancers to create this thing that they could just get to reform once it had been destroyed.
Right. So if
Do
we
we-
kill this thing, we get our questions answered.
Yeah, pretty
I
much. Then they'll
suppose-
let you talk to any of the higher ups, and also you can access the library.
Are we supposed
Here's
to know they're
my-
necromancers?
Well, you could talk to some of the. I mean, with Nerin, probably Kellar would want to see you, Nerin's old tutor. But I'm not sure how much Kellar could tell you. You probably want to try and talk to the head of the monastery, Brienne, which you definitely can't do without killing the Hydra.
I
So
can kill the Hydra.
Do you know anyone in your classes that you talk to regularly while you're at the monastery who's been having trouble sleeping or having strange?
That was the
Weird
thing I
dream?
wanted to talk to Nerin about.
Oh dear. Okay.
It was me. It is me.
Oh.
well,
I keep dreaming of a roiling darkness and a sudden desire to tell people about this roiling darkness, and a flash of brilliant blinding light like fists wrapped in starlight. And I was worried that it was part of the monastery because of that last bit, so I wanted to try and contact Nerin as somebody I knew and trusted but was out of the monastery, and I didn't know who you were.
We're looking into it.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Did you also have words in your dream?
Yeah, something about a hidden master.
Hidden master.
Master
Yeah.
rejoices.
That's the one. Mine was slightly different. It wasn't rejoices, it was knows.
Knows.
Just the phrase, the hidden master knows.
Sounds like the hidden master's up to a lot.
Rejoicing.
Master does lots.
Rejoices, he knows, and he
Watches.
watches.
Right. Okay.
no.
Well, I mean, yeah. I was really worried that it's, I don't know, somehow linked to the monastery and whatever the hell goes on behind closed doors in that place, because there are a lot of closed doors.
Well, if I don't know if it's going to help, but I'm also going through that similarly, and I'm with the School of Mechanics, and there are some closed doors, but everyone knows how to take the hinges off. So
It does help to know that I'm not the only one, because like nobody else in the monastery seems to be affected by it, and I didn't want to go to any of the higher ups in case, I don't know, something.
You're
was
the third
involved.
people we've met who's had these
There's
dreams.
someone else who's had dreams and had dreamt that it's connected to the monastery as well.
Okay.
But Ezra's aren't. So
No.
I don't know.
It's a sailor at the docks, so we don't think it's area based. It's too far away and too random.
I mean, this is the first time I've met yourself and that sailor at the docks as well, so it's not like it's something due to knowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, although
Okay.
that sailor was also linked to Nerin.
Yesterday, the creatures that we fought, one of them before it died, was the one that said the hidden master watches. And I don't know if you're familiar with the poisoning of one of the wells nearby here
I heard
a
about
few
it
weeks ago.
vaguely.
We were the ones who investigated that. It was a byproduct of some very strong necromantic magic. It's very reminiscent, uncomfortably so. The one who was causing that necromantic magic was trying to summon some kind of dark master.
There was someone mad in the sewers shouting about a master who he wanted to summon.
I don't know if it's the same master, but it's
Yeah.
too
Don't
close for
such
my
thing as
comfort.
coincidence.
The monastery has no issue using necromancy. I don't think there are necromancers within the monastery itself, but they have no issue in asking the School of Arcana to help to send necromancers over. Those buildings are next door to each other. Like there are often necromancers in the building, usually to revive the bone Hydra when somebody's punched it too hard to death. But aside from
They go and they spend time in the monastery, I think. Did they train or just visit?
just visit, but fairly consistently. Aside from slaves within the monastery, there's also a fair amount of undead.
I think, and I'll say this to the rest of the group, that we should maybe look at scheduling a trip to the School of Necromancy at some point.
Agreed. Necromancy keeps coming up, it seems.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I can talk to a friend of mine who is a student of the necromancy side. Try and get a bit of a foothold there, so to speak. We're
That
pretty
might be
close.
not a bad idea. Yeah.
Maybe we should look at the monastery first to
Monastery
maybe see what
first.
questions we're asking.
Okay.
Def-
Well, I can get you in.
If you can get us through the door, I think we can do the rest.
Okay,
I
I can
do-
get you
Hydra,
in
no
and I can
problem.
get you to the Bone Hydra fight.
I do have one question.
Yes.
Slightly awkward. I am wanted for arrest and potential subsequent execution by the schools. Will that
Why?
be
He
an
says this to
issue?
far too many people.
I
You're very
know.
open about this.
It's a good
No,
plan
I
of it.
know. I
High
know.
five, Cacula.
But I wouldn't have mentioned it if I thought they might not capture me. They said they're close to the schools. I'd like to live. It's nothing bad. I didn't kill anyone. I just
Don't stop talking, Cacula.
okay. It wasn't anything bad.
Ezra, you're on out fire, so can you make Cacula a shovel?
Yeah.
I-
I'd
I'm quite
really
capable
like
of that
you
on
to
my own.
explain why you're going to be arrested and executed, to be honest,
It's
before I let you into the
I-
place where I have lived my whole
I
life.
promise it's nothing bad. I just freed a few slaves.
Oh
okay.
my god.
I was
mean,
quiet.
that's-
It's better than last time.
That's definitely treason, but also that's at least acceptable treason.
I haven't been back since, and I don't want. If the
Look.
monastery has close ties to the militia of the schools, then I don't want to run into them. It might be better for me to sit this one out.
No, you'll be fine. You just need to get through the doors. The monastery itself, it doesn't tie itself with the militia. We can protect ourselves. We don't care about the militia.
Well, I can
So-
turn to a spider, so, that should be
we
fine.
can change you. It's not like there's any anti-illusion.
No,
stuff.
there isn't. You just need to get inside the doors, and to be honest, once you're inside the doors, nobody's going to ask.
That's fine.
Want to
Right.
be a bird at Cacula, and then you can actually see where you're going and what's going on.
I could do.
You
I
could
couldn't
be an
fly,
owl
but I
and
could
be
sit
friends
on-
with cheese.
Ooh, I quite like that idea. I couldn't fly anywhere, but I could sit on your shoulder and look very dashing.
Yeah,
Mm.
on my head,
Wait.
like cheese.
Yes, I like this plan.
I think it's rather cute.
This is gonna get jealous.
Nerin just kind of looks at everyone else. I wanted to say,
Popcorn.
Nerin,
Why don't we get ready and leave?
Good idea.
We'll stand up and I'll like yank.
okay.
Like
Yeah.
I'll kind of squeeze Nerin's shoulder.
She says sat down, so she's not taller than you. I wanted to say I'm sorry I didn't defend you or come with you when you left.
It's fine.
You left because you saw how fucked up that place is, and I should have been better at recognizing that, and I know it's fucked up. I just don't have anywhere to go.
That's very fair. I left without thinking about that problem. And luckily I ran into these people.
They seem really good.
They are.
You seem happy.
I mean, if you want to run away, you can try and find us. We're just running around here.
I think I want to take the few people who do care, and I want to make it better. I want to be the next leader of the monastery, and I want to make it better, and I want to free all the fucking slaves, and I want to rebuild this thing from the
Be
ground.
quiet about it.
You're not in the building, it's fine.
My
And I
dad
wanna-
will hear you.
And
I don't
my
know what your
father
dad's
is going to
opinions are.
support the slavery.
You were something above him.
Maybe someone's like dressed up as Ezra's dad. I don't know.
Ezra's like, I don't know, some people have slightly homophobic parents. My dad just
Exactly.
supports the slave trade. What's wrong?
Right, come on. Alexi
Everyone
would never
has their
have brought up
flaws.
Ruben like that.
No,
Um,
no. Don't worry.
I want to make a difference. You know me, I've always wanted to make a difference. I took the name, right? So if this does relate back to the monastery, if this does relate back to somebody at the top, fine. Good. I will do whatever I can to help you get in. I'm not I mean, you've certainly got some better muscles than I have these days. Oh boy, I'm not as strong as you anymore, but I'll help.
a good title.
Can I give you a hug?
You're not there.
She comes around and
Oh.
Yeah,
gives you
you're not there,
a big
Luther.
hug. Yeah,
We're
get out,
ignoring you 'cause
Luther.
You're not there.
She comes around and gives you a
Oh.
big hug and then lets you go and goes, all right, let's go break into a home. Or
I'll be hiding behind you somewhere, hoping my mum doesn't see me.
oh god, I've not seen her in a little while. I think she's been busy doing her research, so hopefully we won't run into her.
Good.
Let's go. Yes, Hathor.
And I do a really, really tiny thing when I'm
Yes,
outside.
Hathor.
Just so it's canon.
Okay,
First, I want to cast Mage Armor on myself,
that's a very sensible plan.
and then Hathor's going to change his hair, so it's a bit longer, more like shoulder length, completely straight, and so blonde it's almost white, but
Okay.
it's not white.
Okay.
With a fringe that like comes down to just like mid nose. That's
Okay.
very early Howl.
I was
from
going to
Howl's
say,
moving
you're
castle.
now
Say
Howl.
Howl.
Cacula will smile very widely at him. Not say anything, but just give a little nod. He's like, yeah.
Cacula watched Howl's Moving Castle growing up.
Yeah.
He did. He really did.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Formative
Hathor's
experience.
Okay, so Relentless and Nerin come back outside and she kind of looks over you all.
That's Hathor still.
Right. Hi,
He
Hathor.
just changed his
still.
hair.
Okay. Changeling? Right.
Yeah.
Just quick.
I love the idea that Nerin has face blindness and just assumes that everyone does. That's adorable. Nerin's like, wait, I know he
Nerin's like,
changed his
the
hair,
key
so he's not
ways
the
of
same
telling
person
people
anymore.
apart.
Yeah, no, it's
Like,
an important.
Whether you're blue or pink.
Yeah,
Hathor
I
is
love that.
still
That's
the
so
same.
cute.
Yeah. Admittedly, she kind of grins and then clicks her fingers and like her whole form changes momentarily and then she reforms. I have a little. Nothing as fun as you. Hathor, you'd recognize the spell as Disguise Self. She has some innate magic by the virtue of her particular tiefling heritage. She's a
Ooh,
glacier tiefling, which
exciting.
means she has innate illusion magic rather than innate thaumaturgy.
Nice.
Ooh.
So cool. I love that.
I actually never bothered to learn, but sometimes
I mean, I don't see why
regret
you
it.
would. You can do this without requiring.
yeah, but you can't change the clothes. So sometimes, and I'll keep talking as we walk.
Yeah. She leads you a few streets down and then she pauses and goes, "We're literally by the gates. Do you want to not be you, Cacula?"
Oh, yes, quite. And I'll turn into an owl.
Okay, yeah, like the accidental flame is pretty much like on the edge between the tradesman's pillars and the rest of the schools. Like it's really close. Ezra did not have
He's
to walk
just-
far to get
he's
to
just
college.
enjoying the conversation.
Nerin points and goes, "That's Cacula."
Cacula.
I've
He
just,
just
remembered
changed his oh
Yeah.
god, what's it called?
I made a
Animal?
But did you-
Cacula can't fly.
Species.
Species,
No,
that's
he
what
can't.
it's called.
He'll like hop over to
Yeah, but he
Nerin
can be an owl, but he
and
can't.
kind of
I'll
flap
pick you
his
up.
wings a little bit. He's a white owl, with little like black kind of splotches on him. Kind of
Naren
like,
will
that's how
pick you
owls
up and
look,
see
but
how
they do
long your
now.
legs are.
Leggies.
You're far more handsome. You're very handsome. You're much better. He's a pretend owl. You're much better. Good boy.
Jesus.
When you're talking to the
Cheese
owl.
isn't cheese
Located.
also a pretend owl?
I was gonna say
understand
cheese is
how
also a
magic works.
pretend owl.
He can't. You can only be an owl for like a couple of hours. You can be an owl for however long you want, and you can fly. Cacula can't fly.
Oh my god, stop this bullying of Cacula. Now can we go kill the bone hydra?
Cacula, you can think for yourself and don't have to do what Hathor says.
Yeah, Cacula, you still have like complete mental facility here. But you guys end up at the gate into the librarian's quarters. And Relentless kind of waves to the guards. There's a pair of guards in these like kind of cool blue tabards that just have like a closed book with a blade across as an emblem, and they just nod a little to Relentless, and Relentless says, "Just taking some people over to the monastery. Nothing to see here, promise." Going to roll deception for Relentless.
So I'm gonna roll his eyes at Luther or whoever's fine.
Where's Relentless's deception? I think Relentless has probably pretty good deception, actually.
Nothing to see here.
I'm over there.
Oh, she has 2.
Cacula will like flap his little wings to this in a kind of like, look, an owl way.
I don't know why it rolled advantage, but we'll take that 17. Query advantage. Why do you do this to me, roll 20?
It's probably just if you just put the NPC in the other day, then it probably won't have been changed off of the like
roll
automatic
advantage for all
advantage
of
for everything. Which baffles me every time. Why would no one ever wants that? That's not a D&D 5e like base rule.
Yeah, why is this literally the... But anyway, with a 17, she's fine. The guards kind of scowl.
Nerin is assisting.
Nerin is assisting.
Nerin is
that's
definitely
fine.
not assisting.
Okay. Is someone assisting? If so, how are you assisting?
I would like to flap my wings so that everyone looks at the owl instead of at any of the people. And also
I
notices
hold
the owl in
Nerin in
front of
his
my
monk
face.
gear.
I'll
I
can I try and help as well?
Yeah, go for it.
So I'll kind of like, so they look at him and kind of just be like, I'm just making notes for a research project.
On
To be
owls.
honest, with Hathor looking actively like a wizard, and Ezra
Book
looking
out.
actively like a student, and
I'm wearing monk clothes. It's
and
just
you're
you
wearing
can't see
monk
my
clothes,
face.
and Relentless is wearing monk clothes, and there are just like 2 owls that are probably
Familiars.
people with
Probably
familiars. They're just like, yeah, whatever,
This
students.
is Hogwarts.
There's too
Your
much.
wizard nonsense out of my face.
Go
There's too much to
away.
unpack. Just go ahead.
Just
Yeah.
leave me alone. Yeah. So without much issue, you do manage to get inside, and you Relentless leads you up to the doors of a like huge arching doors of this like large marble building, which reads chiseled into the top in common, just the Sanctum. And Relentless takes a moment and knocks slightly, and the doors pull inwards, and stood at the doorstep is a monk in a full like monk key, and then a long like robish coat and a black patent leather plague doctor mask, like bird plague doctor mask, and just tilts their head. And Relentless says, "Hey, Hawthorne, just coming back. Just okay. No, I'm bringing friends this time. You remember Nerin?"
Oh my god.
And Hawthorne tilts their head. "Who are they? Why are they here? What do you want?" And Relentless sighs. "Look, they're just here to do some research and to like talk to some of the other people. Yes, they know they have to fight the Hydra. Yes, they're willing to do that. Do you want us to just go to there? We can just go."
We want to
Ready.
speak to people and do some research and ask some questions about stuff to do with necromancy.
Right.
You've got a
Okay.
big bone Hydra.
We do have a big bone Hydra. Can I get your names for the record?
Wink.
Cacula,
I'm-
are you still an owl? Because you're gonna have to stop being an owl at some point.
Yes,
Otherwise you're gonna be
at
surprised.
him saying, what are your names? Cacula will kind of like hop off of Nerin's head onto his shoulder, and then kind of like give Nerin a gentle little peck to ask to be let down.
I will put.
And then when he
Owl
does, he'll
down.
kind of like flap his wings and then turn back into himself and say,
Whoa, it's never done that before.
Hathor will smack Luther.
Good.
Quite. Etis Scops at your service.
Etis? Wizard?
Something like that. Yes.
No, I meant the wizard.
Ah,
Oh,
You're a druid. I meant
yes,
the wizard.
quite.
I'm Hathor,
Right.
Ermik.
Artificer?
Ezra. And this is Damocles.
Keep him under control.
Okay.
Eladrin?
Bloodhunter, and Luther.
Nice to meet you, I'm sure. And the other one.
Kitto. Offended.
I don't do niceties. Come in. Relentless
Oh.
kind of winces and is like, Hawthorne's just...
A ball of fucking sunshine.
Yeah, they absolutely... I mean, you want him on hand if you get hurt, but also... Oh boy. He doesn't take anything nice. And you're led by this, clad figure. Yeah, I can actually change to show you Hawthorne. Where's Hawthorne's art?
At least you know where you stand.
You always know where you stand with Hawthorne. There he is,
Oh,
monk boy.
All my homies love Hawthorne.
Yes, and he gets like halfway down, and actually as he turns around, like he's not wearing a hood, and Luther, as he turns around, you notice that he's got very long tresses of incredibly familiar leaf green hair. He's also an Eladrin. Probably why he referenced you by race
yeah.
rather than anything else, because he's also an Eladrin. Although he, of course, is in spring.
Is effect on mortem going to be a problem?
Not with me, and I'm the only
Okay.
one here.
Fine by me.
Yep. Up to you, buddy. I don't really care what you got yourself into to end up like that. Hope you get out of it. Keeps walking.
Kind. I was
You don't
bordering
get
on
cow-
kind.
You don't get calendars in the forest. How was I supposed to know?
Just keeps walking. just is like absolutely blank. Very much what you see what you get with Hawthorne. And he leads you through these huge, massive, like temple hall things. And Nerin, roll me a perception check, please.
Okay. Perception.
Oh, journey music.
14.
Yeah, you recognize all of this place.
This
You
is good.
recognize
This is good shit.
the halls. You didn't spend a lot of time here because there's not really much point when you're just hanging out in the main foyer. But it's starting to feel very much like, oh god, home. But also because it's just the main foyer, there doesn't appear to be many people here. You don't recognize anyone. You see a couple of monks walk past, but they're either people that you recognize as like a face value or people you don't recognize at all. There are a couple of people who you're like, oh yeah, I saw them, but like nobody you have any actual personal connection to. And Hawthorne leads you round and down like a small set of stairs and into a massive open chamber. And it's like almost like an amphitheater style open chamber. And looks up and goes, who did you want to speak to specifically?
Is Relentless still here?
Yeah.
Who was it? The
You could speak to Brienne, or if you want somebody who's a little less high up, you could also speak to Kellar, who was Nerin's tutor, or I guess Nerin's mother, although I didn't think you'd want that one.
We'll speak to Brienne.
Okay. Hawthorne just gives Relentless a side glance, and Relentless goes, I'll go get Brienne and Kellar then. They technically need to observe the fight to make sure that you didn't cheat, despite the fact that there aren't any rules. The rules are
Right.
kill the bone hydra in any way possible. You're welcome to use
Wonder.
magic.
If you
It's
could,
already
if you
dead.
could, maybe it would be
Can you
cheating
do,
to
like,
hold another
logic?
bone hydra.
Um,
Do you think? And just let them kind of fight it out between themselves
I
until
mean,
they
it
were
would
done.
be incredibly impressive that you could summon another bone hydra, so I still think you would count as winning.
That's true.
But what about if you did a logic debate?
About the fact that
Because
it's already dead.
dead.
Yeah, maybe that would be counting as cheating.
If the bone hydra breaks
So,
a bone and they replace that bone with
cheat.
another bone, and they keep adding and adding, is it the same
We'll
hydra?
like talk about this as we're walking.
I suppose it doesn't particularly matter whether it's the same Hydra, because as long as there is a Hydra there to fight, whether or not it remains to be the same Hydra is irrelevant as long as it dies every time.
But if we replace every part of it, then technically the one that we were fighting has died. And this is a new one. So we've still won.
To be fair, I think also the feat that we carried an entire bone Hydra in through the front entrance of the monastery.
Just like laughs, and Hawthorne is like, or you could just punch it until it stops moving. Like, it's not that hard.
You
We
definitely
haven't
could do
got
that.
another bone hydra.
Well,
So
Can you become a bone hydra, Cacula?
Cacula looks absolutely crushed, genuinely crushed, as he goes, not yet.
Okay, then
A bone hydra does
you.
not count as a beast. You could not ever become a bone hydra.
He'll go,
Aaron doesn't understand.
not yet, maybe,
If you're a
maybe
lich,
not ever.
can you become a bone Hydra?
No!
Because technically you're all dead.
I
So all of the animals.
suppose the only way to become a
Happens
bone hydra is to be an alive hydra who dies.
Maybe we should aim for that in our next
Certain
life.
Tumblr once
Yes.
what inspiring quote.
Relentless is Hawthorne's just gonna like turn around and be like, "Wow, you guys are weird," and then keep
right back
walking.
at you, buddy.
I just kind of like, before I go, just say, question.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for fighting a bone hydra as a first timer of fighting a bone hydra?
Don't die. If you
That's-
do die, I will revive you.
I mean, that's comforting, but also terrible advice. But I'll still take it nonetheless. Thank you.
Ezra, take it from me. I've been on the streets for a while now. You know, I've learned sword fighting. You have to hit it until it dies.
I've never seen a bone hydra on the streets.
No, because there's only one in the city.
Neither
so-
have I, but imagine the academic potential.
Do you know why I haven't seen a bone hydra on the streets, Ezra? You're
I
welcome.
mean, just gonna kind of blink, look at Damocles, and just go, I don't care if I can get research on the bone hydra. I'm not going to build one.
Damocles
What does that mean?
sulks slightly.
There's 7 of them?
Relentless like nods and takes off to go and find the people that you actually wanted to talk to. And you're led into this significantly large amphitheater, and Hawthorne just like takes a seat and like folds himself up into a chair, and takes off for a minute, takes off the mask and kind of cleans behind the eyes. And he's a fairly attractive Eladrin, probably probably older than Lusa, maybe in his like early 200s. Long, like down halfway down his back, kind of dreadlock style, ivy, leafy hair, and like brilliant purple, hyacinth purple eyes, and like the supple bark of a person an Eladrin in spring. He takes a moment and cleans the inside of the glass and then puts the mask back on, and then sighs a little. He says, "Go, stand in the pit. It'll appear in a minute."
So
Okay, I'll
Alright.
put you guys
Jump
on
in the
the
pit.
map.
Stand in the pit.
We
No,
all fell
that's
into
awful.
the pit.
Would you like to place yourself on the map?
Who
I
are
would
all the people
desperately
lying on the
Fall
seat?
over.
I don't know. It's like I needed I wanted a pit fighting ring, and I could only find like colosseums. So I
Yeah.
was
To be
like,
fair, it's the entrance,
I just love the
because
fact that they're
Mooney and
not
Jacob
sitting.
picked 2 different entrances.
Yeah, man.
why have you done this? Lusa is the correct end.
Oh, am I?
I have
I-
also used this map before,
I-
and we were like,
Yeah.
"Why is it full of dead people?"
It's just
Yeah,
full
the
of
fact that
dead
they're not
people.
like sitting
Jesus, it's
or
so
anything,
crowd.
they're just weirdly lying.
Yeah.
They're
These must be
asleep. They're not entertained.
I'm having
These must be
difficulty.
the comfiest chairs.
Ah. I can't move myself anymore.
I will pull you. Also,
When you said-
why are you not at full hit points, Nerin? You should be.
Yes, I just noticed that also.
Yep. Yes.
I'm thinking of the Dashcon ball pit now,
No.
and I will be for the entire fight.
It's like a dust pit, it's like
No.
a fighting pit.
No,
It's
it's
not.
the ball pit
Oh.
from Dashcon.
Sometimes I regret
It's
a
like
lot of
fucking
things.
liminal
I'm just gonna leave
space.
it there. Sometimes I regret.
Letting me in your campaign.
Yeah, sometimes. Never. And so you guys
I had it.
okay. You guys like stand there for like 2 minutes. Like, is anyone
I'm
gonna
ready.
show
I'm
up?
holding my punches.
And then Relentless comes hurrying back with a gnomish woman. I'll put these guys on the map. So let's put Hawthorne on the map for you, because he's sat over there to make sure. If you guys get hurt, Hawthorne is here. And Relentless comes running back in, and she is tailed by a short, a gnomish woman with a shaved head, wearing these who's like wearing this like very elaborate looking monk gi, and like has her arms folded and is wearing these like dark blue wraps around her hands, and she kind of gives a wave. You would recognize her, Nerin, as Brienne, the head of the monastery, and following her is a very tall, like 7'2", 7'3", tall, half furbolg, half orc. So like green skin, tusks, but long ears of a furbolg and a tail and hooves of a furbolg. Wearing like similar gi to Nerin, but in yellow rather than Nerin's like decorated in yellow, just completely in yellow. And he waves over and says, "Nerin, it's good to see you again." And yes, Nerin, this is your mentor, Kellar. Who I will ping his thing for you. This is Kellar.
He clicked accidentally
Yes.
and he disappeared. Oh, no.
I'll put him back. 1 sec.
Yeah.
Please ping him again.
Oh, what's cool? He's a yellow belt. Ah.
Yeah,
lucky.
there he is.
Oh.
Ah,
Yeah, he's a sun soul.
Sure.
What a friend! I love him.
Yeah, and here is Brienne with her,
ooh.
Wife.
her time, and
Icon.
yes,
Mm.
so she kind of gives a nod, but is very much like, and she kind of looks to Hawthorne, and Hawthorne is like, "All right, sure," and like bangs. He takes a bow staff off his back and like bangs it on the ground 3 times, and we will change the music.
Time to bone the Hydra.
No, it's not.
You see, this is the
Do
content
not
that goes in
bone
the
the
chat
Hydra.
that doesn't get recorded.
Yeah, could you not?
Why we have the chat, Astrid?
I don't think this
Do
is
not bone
please
the Hydra
watch.
on main.
And erupting from the
I'm
ground.
assuming this is Hades music.
This is Hades music.
Yeah.
The fighting a bone hydra. Erupting from the ground in front of you is a 7-headed hydra, which needs to be on the correct layer, please. It is,
Oh, that's close.
yes, it is cobra-like in its heads. They are furled with these big frills, and they all spin round and start hissing at you. And I'd like everybody to roll initiative, please.
Yes,
Is that a
sir.
disadvantage for those who are?
It is a
sneaky?
disadvantage for those who have.
Only for
It's just
Ezra.
initiative, because initiative is a.
Yes, Hathor.
Where's the bone hydra?
Well, I
There's
wonder
You know what I'm
gonna
gonna take it to do? Fucking run.
bone hydra. 9 on the initiative for the bone hydra. Oh dear, Luther.
Yeah,
Oh
that's fine.
dear.
Yeah, I'm not last.
Also, you're
Mhm.
like right where you want to be, so it's okay.
Exactly, yeah.
Are you sure you're not last? Oh yeah, Ezra. I found
Ezra.
you.
Ezra's like, what the fuck's going on? I do enjoy the fact that you got a 20, and then because of exhaustion, you have you're just like, oh, okay, then.
Like, I thought I heard something, but I'm so tired. I blinked, so I turned around thinking it was behind me.
Add turn. If you
I'm-
can add
I'm gonna
yourselves,
get
if you can add
water.
your own numbers, you're welcome.
Oh,
to do
I'll
so
do that
whilst I'm
first.
busy inputting everybody.
What?
You should be able to edit the turn order itself and put your own number into the
Ah,
turn
I'm
order.
not able.
would
Yes, I
be.
am.
I
No, I'm
can
not.
write it, but then it doesn't
Yeah,
let
it
me save it.
disappears.
If you hit enter, it should.
You have
There
to
we
do it
go.
a few.
Now
Just
it
You
does.
disappears.
have to
Yeah.
do it a few times.
Oh,
you
so you
have to keep
Okay.
clicking on it. It's
'Cause
very resistant, but it
roll
let
t-
me do mine first.
Yeah.
Roll 20
Okay.
hates you. Roll
Oh,
20.
it happened.
It hits.
I'm getting
everyone.
hot water.
Okay.
Okay, everybody is on. Let us do a descending order. Okay, so we start with Hathor. You're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking run, please.
Where
How
would you
far
like
can
to
powered-
run, Hathor? Let me check its range.
How far
Yeah,
can
I
30?
don't believe you're in its reach. No, you're not, which is really lucky.
Was I nearly?
It's got snake heads. It has a fair reach.
Okay. I'm basically what I'm gonna do very smartly is back up 5,
Yes, that is.
10.
Yep.
Hit him with a thing.
Okay. What are you
Um,
hitting him with?
let's do a Scorching Ray, shall
Okay.
we? And I'm gonna roll my dice because I
Oh, I
would
need
like.
to put its hit dice in.
How sparkly can we make Hathor this fight?
Okay.
Okay. 16.
Hits.
That's a nat 1,
Misses.
and that's a 2.
Misses.
So okay, 10 damage.
Okay, he only takes half.
Okay.
He
Good
is
to know.
fire resistant. Which you can very easily tell because it barely pays any attention. It just sort of hisses at you. Does that end your turn, Hathor?
Yeah, because
You
I
can-
tucked myself behind
Behind
this
that.
pillar.
That's very fair. Okay, so at turn order 20 is a lair action.
Hmm.
Oh dear.
I think you
Oh
deserve
dear.
lair actions. Oh, hell yeah.
No,
Do we
No.
though?
you don't.
Yes. He hisses and
deserve lair.
spits and 1, 2,
Spiteful maggots, no.
3
No!
burning skeletons appear.
I
know what these are
regret
from. I've used
showing
burning
you how to play
skeletons.
Hades. This was a mistake.
All of the lair actions are just directly stolen from Hades. They're just all of them. I'm just like,
No,
wow, I'm
nice,
gonna make this
nice.
entire fight just the bone hydra. Go.
Learn.
This is Lerny. This is Lerny. Here are some burning skeletons. I have to roll initiative for the burning skeletons though. I know I learnt my mistake, Jake, from the maggots. I no longer randomize what the fuck the lair action is. I just choose whatever I think will be most fun.
Good
So no longer do you get all only burning maggots. These fucking maggots, man. Okay, they don't go for a while yet though, because they did not roll high on their initiative, so that's fine. Which will bring us to Cacula.
Okay, hello.
Hello.
Ticks.
Here's my question.
Yours.
If I well, that's the measuring tool. If I go, I think I figured out if I go here, am I still in its range?
Where
Oh
were
wait,
you?
no, it
Here?
wasn't there. It was here.
You're not. You were never in its range. It's got a 10-foot range. So
Oh,
you're
okay, great. Okay, so I'm gonna stay here then.
Yeah.
And then I am going to. Oh, I really want to take the archer for the Coronact reference, but I will restrain myself until I see how hard it hits.
Do it.
And instead, I will cast Moonbeam at 3rd level.
Okay, excellent. Where are you putting your moonbeam?
Boop. Beep. I really wanted to get this lad in as well, but I can't.
I don't think you can.
I'm gonna put it
Like that.
here. It's only a 5-foot radius, right?
Yeah. So like that.
Yeah. Or I guess if it's a 5-foot radius, wouldn't it be like that?
Yes. Sorry, I will make him a little bigger.
No, it is okay. But like that's why I was like, shucks. Exactly like that. That's my brain works.
Shucks.
Because obviously this lad, both lads are both
Get out of the fucking way so I can delete
this lad and this lad are very nearly within my range, and they're not going to move into the moonbeam.
No,
right?
I
No.
they're not clever, but they're not that dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, so the Bone Hydra will take 17 damage on its turn.
Okay, yep. I will move that one over because I know it's. There we go. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, yep. So remind me to make that con save. But I am getting pretty good at remembering that now because you do it a lot. So, okay, that will bring us to Kitto. You are up.
Yeah, gonna swing in and go for a stab.
Go for it.
That's 12 to hit.
That's not going to hit. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. That's it.
Nerin, you're up.
I am going to, feeling the pressure of my teacher being here watching me,
Yes.
attempt to use my actual special abilities
Yes.
and do radiant sunbolt punches rather
Okay,
than
go for
normal
it.
ones.
Go for it. He's within 20 foot of you, so you've definitely got the space.
Yeah. First one doesn't hit.
Okay.
Second one also doesn't hit. That's not nice dice.
Change dice.
I've changed dice. That's 16.
That's going to hit.
Oh, good. Yes. It's a d6 plus 3. 8 radiant damage.
It takes all the radiant.
And another 16
Also
on my
hits,
last
yep.
one. 5 radiant damage.
Nice. Okay. Brilliant. Okay. Fabulous. That will bring us to the Bone Hydra's turn. So he shall make a Constitution saving throw. He is pretty con heavy, I'm afraid. But he rolled a 9. So he takes all of that radiant damage.
He does indeedy.
Nice. Okay, that was... Yeah, and as I say, he is definitely... So he's gonna skedaddle forward. Kitto, you can make an attack of opportunity if you want.
I would love to.
Roll.
That's a 14 to hit.
Sorry,
Not
just
rolling well.
misses.
That's okay.
AC 15, I'm afraid, on this boy. Okay. Hello. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da. Ba-da-da. Ba-da-da.
Lani, you trying to speak to us?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Use your words, Lani.
It has as many bite attacks as it has heads.
Oh,
Yeah.
It has
that's at
7
least
heads.
2. Oh,
Ezra,
like
it's really nice
it.
knowing you.
that's
It
more than
has
6.
7 heads currently. So here
Oh,
it comes. Though the radiant damage does seem to be massively impacting it. It does not like it. So there you go. Yes, because you know the bit in the Hydra where you do fire damage to it and it doesn't like it. Doesn't work on a bone Hydra, however, radiant damage does the same effect. There you go.
When fire damage didn't work, I was like, well, it's dead. Let's use radiant then.
Yeah, radiant's the thing. Like if you do enough radiant damage to it, it can't regrow its heads, basically. But it is going to make some attacks now. So there are 4 of you there. So thank you.
No, Astrid, you're muted, by the way.
Are we good? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 2 on Nerin to start off with. That's the skeletons and not the bone Hydra. So I'm just going to roll at advantage, but they're just burst on Nerin. 17 to hit?
Yes.
Okay, the 11 will miss.
Yes.
You take 9 piercing damage, and I need you to make me a con save.
Okay.
Oof.
I'm going to use roll 20 because
They
it
have
was
some
being
Yeah.
mean to me.
boys, I'm afraid.
Dice. Oh, do I? Oh, no, that's on frightened. I remember.
Nope. It's okay, I rolled a 1. You just take more damage. How much is the damage? It's that much damage. 1 second. Oh, those are really terrible rolls. Okay, that was 3 1s on my d8s. You take 3 poison damage. Jesus
Oh, no.
Christ. That's incredibly disappointing. Okay,
I think it's incredibly
bite again.
pleasing, actually.
he's gonna bite Ezra
Okay.
twice.
Okie doke.
2 heads on Ezra. 14 to hit Ezra.
Nope.
Okay, so you just get the 25.
Yeah.
8 piercing damage, and then again, I need you to make me a con save.
Okay.
Hmm.
Con save. Disadvantage?
No, saves are not affected, so
Oh.
you're fine.
Okay. So 19.
Yeah, you're good.
Hey.
You don't take any poison damage. He goes for 1 on Damocles,
Okay.
because Damocles is smaller. 13, I don't think will hit Damocles.
No.
Okay, and then 2 on Luther, but I do believe 1 is at disadvantage, so I'm going to
Yeah.
roll those separately.
Mhm.
11's not going to hit you, Luther.
11's not going to hit.
24 to hit?
24's going to do it, though, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. And you take 6 piercing, and I need you to make me a con save.
Very well. I'm not good at con. I'll do it, though.
You're fine, you're fine. No worries. Okay, that ends the Bone Hydra's turn. It's now the skeleton boys. This skeleton is like, juicy, juicy. And this skeleton is like, nice, a wizard. And this skeleton's like, nice.
Kitto
Excellent.
is very juicy. The others are just nice. Kitto is juicy.
Kitto is juicy.
That's something you should be proud of,
Tree
necessarily.
stump.
Punch!
Nah, he's a juicy little fruit boy.
He is a juicy little fruit.
Punch on Kitto for 17.
The roll
Will
20
hit.
chat's
The
leaking into
uncanny.
the actual.
What's
And
the
dodge.
doing in the frozen veg section?
It's a whole 3 fire
Oh,
damage.
I'll still uncanny dodge it.
No,
So I'll
worries.
take
Might as well, yeah.
1.
The Hathor, this is on you. 14 to hit.
Yeah, just hits.
You take 6 fire damage, but I do
Nice.
believe actually you don't because you've still got your abjuration.
Yeah,
field up.
my ward takes it.
And then on you, Cacula, 11 to hit. I don't think will hit.
Yeah.
No. Okay. And that ends their turn, which will bring us to Luxa. Thank you for the evil giggle.
Where are you at? Where are you
Is
at?
it time to cast spin?
It is. It just says a creature, it doesn't say a humanoid.
Yes.
If you
Yep.
cast spin, its heads get
So
tangled
that's-
up and you
that's,
can make a
apple
plan.
carcass.
Okay. So you'd take that.
Yeah, 1 damage, I'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
And spin.
Spin. Okay. Wisdom saving throw. No worries. Okay.
Disadvantage.
It has disadvantage on the wisdom save. It's not particularly wise.
Oh my god, come on. Yes!
It fails.
Ooh.
It starts spinning.
Yes.
It's very confused and just starts hissing at you. Just
That's
like
amazing.
its heads are
This
just
is
going.
the best thing that's ever
and it's
happened.
like, and it's very confused.
It's like, whee!
And over the hissing of the bone hydra, you can hear Relentless clapping excitedly in the stands, like, hell yeah, that's a great plan.
I love it.
I believe
Amazing.
that's your whole turn there, Lusa.
It is. I've still got movement.
Do you want to move away from the bone hydra?
I do. No, because then it will hit me.
Yeah. Would you
Yeah.
also like to know a thing?
Go on.
It has 7 reactions currently.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's get my glasses off
Why,
so I don't have to
though?
read
Why though?
Because that's what hydras
Why
get!
would you do that to me though?
It also has disadvantage though because it's spinning.
that. Yeah.
Because it's spinning. It's having a great
What
time.
advantage because it's everywhere at once, you know?
It doesn't know which head
There
to
ain't no
use.
stopping this
The
lad.
thing is, the creature has to spin for a round or more. so
Yeah.
it's not dizzy yet.
Oh boy,
No,
keep
Not easy,
going.
it's
yeah.
just
It's
like-
got a. Yeah.
He's just chilling.
Yeah, okay. Are you
He's
going to stay there,
just
Lucy?
sat down on the fucking.
He's on teacups.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll bring us to Ezra.
Okay. Ezra is
With Hathor on
going
deck.
to.
Alex, you got a little bit quiet. I don't know if it's just me.
Oh, sorry.
Mm,
I'll try and readjust my microphone.
Is that
better?
Massive.
It was momentarily.
For a moment, yeah.
No, and then it went away again.
Oh no. What is happening? Microphone.
It's okay, I can still
Bad
hear you.
and naughty microphone.
If you turn the music volume down, then
Yeah.
it
Oh, yeah, I'll
becomes a
do
lot better.
Okay. Sorry.
It's a shame this is a good track.
Don't know what. It's a great track. It's the Asphodel track. Sorry. Ezra, it's your go.
Okay. First. Oop. Oh, that wasn't. No, I was meant to put the spell in, not actually do that.
Okay, so
You
do
brand
the
just
smite.
Yeah, I'm popping that as a bonus.
Smith Seppuku.
Yeah.
so commit seppuku with a wrench.
Yeah,
God.
just take a break.
Thank you.
I forget that Ezra, like, you guys are all like, oh yeah, power, drama, and Ezra's just here with a wrench.
It's not even a big
glowing
wrench, just one we got from
it's just
B&Q.
a wrench.
Right. Okay, and I'll try and.
You do not hit it with the wrench. Try again.
Come on.
You do not hit it with the
Really?
wrench.
He's trying
Okay.
so hard, though. Have you considered that he's trying
It's good
so
damage,
hard?
though, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I think you should.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, it has tea. The wrench is full of tea.
Delicious.
Those squishy turn inside out toys that you used to get as a kid that was filled with like liquid and fish.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you remember those toys that like slid through your fingers all the time?
Those
They would.
ones!
Yes,
Oh, hate them.
they were the best.
Hathor, it's your go.
I'll go say.
Hi.
I was gonna say, oh wait, no, I need a bonus action for
You need a bonus.
Damocles,
You
don't I?
use your bonus action to to get the
Ah,
smite
okay.
from Ezra.
Like,
okay.
it's very rude of this man to come and stand so close to me.
He's a skeleton and he's on
So-
fire.
How many do I get? I'll get 5. Okay, I'm gonna get him with a 3rd level magic missile, and I'll
Okay.
roll like this and I'll roll the last 2 in person because roll 20 is being mean to me.
Yes, there are 2
Yeah,
Kittos.
that's-
Why are there 2 Kittos?
Where are the 2 Kittles? Kitto,
What
you're
he
moving so
deserves.
fast.
Would
Can
you
you
like me
tell
to
him?
remove one?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, those last 2 are a lot nicer. It's a 4 and a 5.
Okay, you destroy the boy. He's gone. Goodbye.
Thank you.
No more
What I
skeleton.
wanted, and I'm going to do the move and get a little bit closer. But you
Okay.
can.
Yeah, they're not very sturdy. They're just here to be annoying.
Well, have your ads in 5e.
Be on fire. Okay, is that your turn, Hathor?
Yeah.
Lair actions.
Why are you
Aw.
pointing at me? Why is that arrow towards me? Hang on.
Working out 30 foot.
Okay.
It's lair action time.
I thought it was Alex's colour. I'm like, oh no.
No, it's not me.
Oh, no.
So whilst spinning, the bone hydra is not pleased. So the bone hydra is going to spin and slam its head down into the ground and cause a minor earthquake. And I do believe everybody will be caught in its radius.
Very rude. I'm moving.
Hathor is not, and neither is Cacula, but everybody else needs to make me a dex save.
I
Fail.
think this is a chalice fight.
I'm using my ace dice, so
Fail.
please make them be
Is
nice
it?
to me.
Just ability scores with disadvantage, right?
Yeah, you're fine with saves. Fail.
No.
Natural
Wow.
20.
Yeah.
Success
ace
for
dice
Kitto
won.
and success for
26.
Nerin. Kitto, do you have evasion yet?
Level 7 you should.
I don't think so. No, that's next level.
Is
I
it
think.
8? No,
Is it 8?
I'm being
I
dumb.
don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Look on your character sheet.
Yeah, it's level 7. You should have evasion.
I
I
believe
fucking do.
I
I
do
have
believe
evasion.
Nerin, you also have evasion, right?
Do I?
I think so.
didn't think mine
Monks
got
get it
that.
later.
Oh, but it says here that evasion. Oh yeah, no, I do. You're right.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think you get it at the same time actually.
It's true. It's true.
Oh, Ruth, I don't know
Okay.
if you're doing it, but your sneak attack is also 46 now.
Yes, I have done that.
Yeah.
I remember the
On
part where I
who
do
for
more
the Flash of
damage.
Genius says.
For the probably in this case for Luther.
Yeah, Luther makes it then.
Oh,
Okay. So
I'm gonna be knocked down on the ground now. I had a funny thing to do.
Don't worry, you'll get knocked down again.
Yeah, that's not good.
yeah. So that is no damage for Kitto or for Nerin. Luther, you take 5 damage. Ezra and Damocles both take 11 damage and are knocked prone.
Okie doke.
There you go. That's the lair action, which will bring us to Cacula.
Okie dokie. No one is looking too awful right now, are
Okay.
they? Okay. In which case, I can't get one of the Skelly Boys anymore. One of the Skelly Boys is on me, which is a bit problematic, but I've got other fish to fry right now. So yeah, let's go for that. I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt from my Star Map. That's the one. Be good. 25.
Yep.
Hey,
That's
that's
very
pretty
good.
Be good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 17 damage on the man.
Okay.
Can I focus it on one of the heads?
Not if it's spinning.
Not if it's
I'm
spinning.
going to say
That is
not if
very
it's spinning,
true.
yes.
That is very
unfortunately.
true. I'll just fire it at the biggest center of mass then, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Wait, 1 second. Roll20 decided to yeet me because it hates me.
Okay. It hates us all
That's horrible.
equally.
Phobic.
Can't believe it's done this. I'm trying to do a thing here. Roll20. There we go.
Trying to play game.
Trying to play game.
If I get
Roll20.
back.
Behave. Give me game back. Thank you. 17 damage. Nice. Okay. Fabulous. Is that everything, Cacula? That was just your action. You've got bonus movement.
I can't really move because the Skelly Boy will get me.
Yes.
And I don't have a bone. Well, I can't cast a spell or anything, so there's not really anything I can do for a bonus action. So yeah, that's me. That's me.
Nerin, you're up.
Ooh, it's me.
It is you.
In my head, I thought it was Kitto next. When is Kitto?
Kitto is rolled really poorly on
Why is
initiative.
Kitto?
and-
Wait, Kitto's different.
Kitto's
Oh, no,
disappeared
Kitto-
from the
Kitto
initiative.
Oh,
vanished. Oh,
You
it's
killed the
because
You got the
original
wrong
Kitto.
girl.
it's because I killed the original Kitto and not the new Kitto.
We are left the clones.
So is it actually
Kill
Kitto next?
your
Did I get that
double.
right?
Kitto's next. Yeah, you were right.
Yes.
Because I rolled 17.
It is your turn then, Kitto.
Kitto.
I'm sorry. I killed the original
It
Kitto.
was a flesh
Thank you. I
avatar.
would like to try and stab the skeleton.
You may
We are
stab
now
the
left with
skeleton.
not Kitto for the rest of the campaign.
Water.
You may stab the skeleton.
You have advantage,
Unnatural
Kitto,
20.
I believe.
That hits.
But also, I think because
I
of
have a-
guiding.
No, because Guiding Bolt hit the Hydra.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, I'm
Hathor.
hitting this,
I
skeleton
can't read
mud.
my own stat block. Hathor. I need a dex save.
Oh, it's very rude.
Sorry.
Skeletons are known for being polite.
They're being known for being real polite, these skeletons. It's not a very high dex. Well, I mean, I was like, it's not a very high dex save, and then you roll a natural 1, so it sucks to be you. Okay, well, it's okay. It's only 6 damage.
Okay.
Yes, Kitto, then you're going to stab the skeleton.
I would love to stab the skeleton. Does it take the crotch damage or not?
It does. However, you also take 1 fire damage from stabbing it.
Ow.
Ah.
Okay. So it does take
Yes. does
and
not.
it doesn't have it.
No.
Oh my god, this is such a shit roll.
They don't have a
No.
lot of hit points. You're okay.
Okay, 16.
Yeah, it's dead. Make me a dex save.
is dead. That's 23.
Yeah, you're fine. You don't take any damage. You have evasion. It blows up and you
I've
just...
lost the ability to open chat on Roll20, so I'm going to leave and come back.
You have to reload it. It does this sometimes. It's really annoying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm coming back, don't worry.
Nerin, it is now your turn. Now that
Oh, can I... Sorry.
Yes.
Kitto.
Can I make some movement, but I'll do it when I can get back into the Roll20.
Of course.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll just in my own time.
Move.
I won't provoke any attack opportunity. I'll just
You're not near anything to provoke attacks opportunity. You're good. But yes, Nerin.
Am I allowed to not use the advantage and leave it for someone else? Or does the
I'm afraid
advantage just
not, because
automatically
guiding
be
bolt
given
just
to me?
automatically
That's
comes
fine.
to you, I'm afraid.
That's fine. I just figured I would ask because my punches do not deserve advantage.
Well, you have advantage on
But
this first
in
one.
any case, I do, and it is a 13 with advantage. That's
Nope.
a sad roll. Yeah, I switch dice for my next one. These are all radiant sunbolty. That doesn't hit. God, this is my punishment for not using my dice enough. Next one, 17.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. That is 9 radiant damage. And my last one is... Oh, that also hits. 16. Like last time. 7 radiant damage.
Nice. Okay. Does that end your turn, Nerin?
I think that you can't flank a big creature, right?
No, I'm
So
afraid
there's no
you
point in
can't. You
moving.
can't flank this boy.
I will not bother then.
Yeah, I'm afraid. I mean, you can't flank this boy because he has 7 heads, so he'll just look at the other people. Be like, "Hi,
Yeah,
bitch."
that's fair.
Yeah.
It's still
Spinning.
yeah, well, no, it's next turn. Yeah, next turn. Spinning.
It's its turn now. It's still spinning. Though I don't believe it has disadvantage yet, right? It's the next turn if it doesn't succeed on this one.
Next turn, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So it's turn to crunch some boys. Boy crunching time with the bone hydra. Let's start with Luther this time, shall we? 2 attacks on Luther.
Okay.
A 26 and a crit.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think that might hit.
I think they might hit.
Thinking about it, you know.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I'll get the
Ouch.
calculator out.
Okay. I'll roll the non-crit damage like this, and then I'll roll the crit damage.
Yeah.
That's not the right
That's
dice.
fair.
That's the wrong one. Try again. Okay, that's 9 piercing damage from the non-crit. And then
Okay, mine's okay.
from the crit, 24.
Oh, that's less so.
Yeah, and then I need you to make me 2
I'm
con
going to do my
saves.
check ward for that crit and just take the 6 off it.
Okay, so give yourself 6 more hit points.
Nice. Okay, I'm still bullied, but that's better than 2 con saves, yeah.
2 con saves, please.
I will roll with advantage and that'll be like both results.
Okay, one of them fails, one of them succeeds. That's a 4. Try again. 1, you take... Where are my d8s? 1, 3... You take another 9 poison damage, Luther.
Yeah, I'm not looking too good.
Okay. But that does end that attack on you, and he's gonna go for Damocles for 1.
I'm looking really bad. Okay.
God.
I think these are, if I remember correctly, done with disadvantage because if I don't give him an order,
He dodges.
he just dodges.
I mean, it was a natural 1, so it's kind of irrelevant. It can't get any worse. 2 on you, Ezra.
Uh,
25 to hit, and then a natural
Okay.
one again, which will miss.
Yep, that's 25 hits.
You take 9 piercing, and I need to make me a con save.
I'm going to use the repulsion shield.
Okay.
Let's see. And con save.
You
Huzzah.
just
Oh dear.
succeed. That's fine.
Oh, okay, that's good. Repulsion shield. Yeah, gets swamped 15 feet away.
Okay. Luceray, you'll do.
Everyone is left to roll 20.
Yes, roll 20.
Oh, yeah,
this
everyone's-
thing again.
Ah,
Okay, at least that's a roll 20
Mhm.
not
I
me.
think I'm still here.
Yeah, but it's just you now.
Oh wait,
I
no,
think
I'm
I'm
not.
still
Oh no, I
here.
am still here.
I'm still
There
here.
we go.
Oh no, Luca's back.
Yeah, you're not for me though.
I've been here the whole
I
time.
can see
Oh,
Ruth.
there you go.
I'll move my character
Oh, working
token.
now?
Nobody, you have to reload because
Yeah.
even though
Yeah.
your screen, nobody else can see you.
Yep, which means you won't be able to move.
Mine says everyone is here
Done.
still.
I should be
Nerin's here.
loading it now.
Yep.
Did I just move?
Yep.
Did I just move?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yay.
Yes, we've got everyone returning now. Okay. So you shoved 15 feet, right? Back.
Yep, so it'll be going.
1,
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
2, 3. There we go. Bonked. However, it hasn't moved, so it can just bonk forwards 1 to attack Nerin. So it's gonna.
But I'm so cute.
You
Why
are
would
so
you attack me?
crunchy. Does a 14 and a 15 hit?
Yes.
Both of them?
Yes. My armor class is 13.
Okay.
Big sad.
11 piercing, and then
Yes.
another 10 piercing, so 21 overall, and then make me 2 con saves, please. Luca, is spin concentration?
Yes.
And there's not concentration, otherwise the spell would suck because it takes 2 turns.
Yeah, that's very fair.
2 con saves, you said.
Yes, please, for the poison.
Okay. 1
Success.
con save. 2 con save.
Fail. You also,
Bally.
I just keep rolling 1s on this, so everyone just keeps taking more damage. Ooh, that's 13 poison damage to you. Do you half that? No, you half fire damage. Right.
I don't even think I do for fire damage because I don't think I've got that. I think that wasn't something I got
Right, okay.
with my
Because of the cross of
mixture.
tiefling and halfling. Yes, very fair.
Yes, I didn't get that bit of tiefling.
That's no worries. Okay. That's the bone hydra's turn, which now makes it the skeleton's turn. The skeleton's like, oh, excuse me, a bitch just turned up. I'm gonna punch him. So he's gonna
Oh,
punch.
Suf is a bitch.
he's gonna punch Kitto.
Yeah, there.
18 to hit.
Ooh.
Will hit. Uncanny dodge, please.
3 fire
Uncommon.
damage.
So is that 1?
1 fire damage.
Wow, I
uh.
have taken 1 damage 3 times and 3 hit points down. Cacula, are you coming back or are you staying over there?
I'm pretty comfy.
It's
I think
okay.
I'm probably going to
Luca's
stay
turn.
where I am. If that's okay.
Luca, it is your turn. You
Okay.
are not happy.
I'm not happy, I want to get away, so I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh shit, it needs to make its wisdom, doesn't it?
I'm also in Cacula's healing range. I'm on here, I think I'll turn to Hathor and be like, so by the way, Kitto said you liked me?
Right now? You want to have this
It
conversation?
seemed a good time as ever. I mean, I guess I was deadness on that.
I think that's 6 seconds.
That's why you can continue this conversation on your turn. Okay, yeah, of a blindness
Love you
deafness.
so much.
A con save. Okay. He's much more constituted than he is
Yeah, I would like to blind him, please.
wise.
Right here.
He is not blinded.
In front of my moonbeam.
Oh, bugger. Well, I tried.
Luther's just like, I'm always thinking my thoughts and you all gotta know about them.
I've got so many.
I wanted to say it when I was not prone, but I couldn't flash a genius.
That's fine. You're just heavily bleeding out.
Yeah. Oh dear. Right.
It's
okay.
like, hey, I've been thinking about death.
Ezra, it's your go after whatever the fuck this is.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do something stupid. Let's see if this works.
That's the party spirit.
We've influenced Ezra already.
Bonus action. Gnaw his heads off. For Damocles. As for Ezra. Wait a minute. I've only got 15 feet movement.
Yep, you're stuck there.
Fuck. Okay, 5, 10, 15.
Yep.
Okay, that's. I need one more. This could be really stupid, but we'll see what happens. Actually, no. Okay, I'll just attack. That's fine.
You've still got smite up because it hasn't gone off yet.
Yeah. First attack.
That hits. Roll your smite damage.
Hey, nice. 1.
Minus another 8 for the smite. Lovely. You've got another attack.
And 1.
That's gonna miss, I'm afraid.
Okay.
You've still got Damocles.
Second boy. First attack. No, he has only 1.
Yes, I'm afraid he only gets 1. That's gonna hit.
Hey, nice.
Nice.
There we go.
Okay, I actually need to do some maths. 1 second. Because I'm not sure if that did enough damage. To remove a head, we'll find out. Maths. How does maths work?
Does Ezra get the head or not?
We'll
Something
find
I
out.
ask myself that every day.
Ezra does get a head! One of the
No, come in, Ezra's gonna get ahead. Come get the camera.
Ezra, the thing is spinning round, and quite by accident you whack one of the heads and it starts glowing as this radiant smite, and at the same time Damocles pounces up and drives the force empowered teeth into the base of this skeleton, and it shatters. The bone hydra now has 6 heads.
I'm just looking like, huh, someone wants a chew toy.
Okay, so does that end your turn?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Top of the round, it is Hathor.
Yeah.
Would you like to respond to Luther?
Oh my god.
No.
Hathor's like, I'm not touching that. No.
So I was gonna do it this way. That's true. We had this
Yeah.
conversation.
Hathor is gobsmacked and then goes, Kitto's a fucking snitch. And once I'm done with this Hydra, I'm going to kill him.
I don't think that's an answer, but okay. What would you like to do?
Do you like me? Yes. No. Kill Kitto.
Hathor is deflecting that.
Luther's like, do you like me? And Hathor turns to Kitto and is like, really? Right in front of my bone hydra!
Live and we'll talk.
Good answer.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
Do I have to?
I'll go there.
Okay.
Fucking get you, Kitto. And I'm gonna spinny orb, please, at 2nd level.
Okay. Roll to attack the spinny orbs. That
Yeah.
hits. What spinny orb are you doing?
I'm gonna do lightning, please.
Okay. Roll damage. Very good. It takes all the lightning damage.
Nice. Good to know.
He is not
Oh,
lightning
very good
resistant.
lightning damage.
I'm sorry. And that unfortunately is not enough to destroy a head. Has to be over 20 damage in a single turn to destroy a head.
It's very rude.
It's what the Bone Hydra says! Is that end your turn, Hathor? Okay, now it's time for the Lair Actions. Bone Hydra's like, fuck this shit. And he spins his head and he's gonna cast Magic Missile. Because it can do that as a Lair Action.
I was going to say, I didn't know it could do that.
It can, as a Lair Action. 1 on Hathor, 1 on Kitto, 1 on Luther, and 1 on Ezra.
Yeah, I'm still up, but help would
No.
be massively appreciated.
Boom. Okay.
I'm coming, bud, don't worry.
Ezra, you
damage.
have shield up.
No damage.
Remember that because that lasts until the next turn. So if it attacks you, you'll still be shielded.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. But that's the Lair Action, which will bring us to Cacula.
Hello.
Hi.
I would very much like to take the chalice, please.
You can absolutely take the chalice.
Glow time.
Go time.
And then I would really very much like to cast Healing Word on Luther. Very
You
much so.
absolutely can.
Mostly so I can keep hearing what's happening, to be honest, because
Gossip.
everyone else hear this?
gossip.
Yeah.
I assume so. I assume Luther would have to yell it.
Oh
Very
yeah, to
loudly
be heard over the
heard.
hissing of the Bone Hydra.
Also, both
This
Cacula
is
and
at
Kitto have
second
very
level.
high passive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is true.
7.
I assume
That's
Kitto
second
has also
level.
heard.
Okay, and then
That's
where's
11 total. And
where's
then
the chalice?
how awful are you still looking?
I'm really bad. I'm still bullied.
Okay. How is everyone else?
Bad.
Fine.
Yeah,
How
Ez
bad,
and
Nerin?
Nerin are not good.
Okay.
It's up to you.
Ezra.
Okay.
Ez, Nerin, and Luther are all looking similarly bad.
Okay, Ezra is the other healer, so he can have the D8. Sorry, lads.
You
Oh,
Yeah,
have a
seven,
no,
though.
thing!
that's-
I made a
Thank you.
thing for you.
Oh, I'm sorry, love. I keep forgetting.
It's okay.
But here, I'll put that in again. I'll put it in again so I can use my thing. Boop.
I mean, you can take the 10 rather than the 4.
Okay.
But just
Thank
remember
you.
you have the thing.
I'll remember next time. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I'm just so used to doing it the other way.
Yeah, but you have
Thank you.
10 extra hit points to you, Ez.
Thank you.
He's
Okay.
the other healer, so
Yes, this
he
is
can
true.
help me
Ezra,
take care of these problems.
You are the only
I will start.
As long as he lives.
He has to live. Okay, does that end your turn, Cacula?
It does indeed.
That will bring us to Kitto.
So Kitto also heard this.
Yes,
Okay, he's going to try and take a stab on the lad first.
on the lad.
That's oh my god, this dice is rolling like shit today.
It's
that
not-
doesn't hit.
What was it? Because
Okay,
It might have.
That is a 10.
that does hit. They have an
Oh,
AC
okay,
of
great.
10. It's okay.
great. I rolled
Yay.
a 2. You can understand my sadness.
Yeah, but they have an
Um,
AC of 10. You have to like natural one these guys not to hit them. They're just here to be annoying.
That's very fair. That's like 11 plus damage. I don't
It's
know how many-
dead. It has
like,
13
I rolled
hit points.
Lots of dice. I rolled lots of dice.
It has 13 hit
Um,
points. I need you and Cacula to both make me dex saves, please.
I think you mean Hathor?
No, I mean Cacula. It's within
Oh,
5
because
foot
the
of it.
boys explode, right?
Boy
Yeah.
explode.
Yeah.
Wait, no, where's Cacula?
Behind the boy.
Oh, not on my map.
Oh, Cacula is
That's
here
why I
for
was
me.
Oh, that's why I was asking why you were over there, because Cacula's there for me.
Oh, Cacula
Fine.
is here for
no.
me.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
I'm
why I
here.
was
Yeah.
like, why are you in your own moonbeam? But
Yeah.
okay.
Um,
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Uh,
a
No, you
21
also-
for me.
Yeah.
Kitto, you also
19
take
for me.
4 hit points for stabbing him.
Mhm.
Okay.
Aleks and Mooney, this is the same stat block I used for the well fight in Almsville. If you remember, we
Ah, yes. Nice. Yeah, I remember that now.
I know these burning skeletons.
Yeah, very
Um,
nice.
Okay.
Yeah, and then a dex save for me, Kitto.
The dex save was 21.
Okay, so Kitto, you take nothing. Cacula, you take half of
Mine was
9.
19.
Half of 9 is 4.
Nice.
Yeah, you only take
The
half.
first damage I've taken during this fight.
Look,
Must be nice.
Yeah, it must be nice, mustn't it?
See, the thing is, all you got to do is just run away.
Yeah, that's fair.
Simple plan. Works every
Kitto's
time.
going to say, I'm sure you'll thank me later, and go running off to the other side.
Bye, bitch.
And run away from the consequences of his actions.
Yep.
My favourite.
That will bring us to Nerin.
Oh. Well, I'm kind of alarmed at all this conversation that's happening during a fight in front of my teacher, but you know.
The head of
Nerin's like,
Nerin's order
"Guys!"
and the man who taught Nerin everything are here.
Listening to this domestic.
Like, I meant to be showing them that I like grew up after leaving, not this.
Whatever this bullshit is.
But yes, I'm going to keep attempting to punch.
Okay.
That is 13.
Doesn't hit.
I'm going to use this dice because it does not like me, the dice today. This here.
Doesn't hit.
Nope.
Oh man.
Let's go again.
Doesn't
Nope.
hit.
None of the dice like me today.
God.
Come on. Oh,
That
good.
hits.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Roll damage. Yes.
There we
good.
go.
Okay. Now, end your turn, Nerin. Are you staying there?
I might
Okay.
as well. I
You
don't wanna
reckon
move
you're
away
still within
'cause-
its range?
Yeah, if I move away, I'll get out of its range. So
Yep.
I don't want to risk that, or I'll die.
Okay. It is his turn. He has disadvantage because he's still fucking spinning.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll these here because this is a lot of things to roll at disadvantage, and I have a lot of dice. So I'm gonna do that instead. 1 second. All right. First attack. Ezra, this is on you.
Yep.
Actually, no, we'll start with Kitto because Kitto's above it. First attack on Kitto. With disadvantage is a 3, so that's not gonna hit. Second attack.
Sorry. On Kitto?
On Kitto is also a 3, so that's again not going to hit. Third attack is on Ezra. Oh no, actually, third attack
Bone Hydra.
on Kitto as well.
All right.
Is 6. What's the Bone Hydra's? Oh fuck! Roll 20. Let me in. I want to look at the Bone Hydra's bonus. Kitto, what's your AC?
15.
That's probably not going to hit either.
The Bone Hydra is saving me for Hathor. For Hathor's wrath.
Yeah, apparently. It
Bone
missed.
Hydra heard this go down and was like, nah, I'm not getting
Yeah.
involved.
Things are going badly. I get killed by the bone hydra and we all forget about it.
Yeah.
Yay!
Perfect
Okay.
plan.
And now 3 attacks.
Luther swung and missed, but the Bone Hydra sure didn't.
And then 2 attacks on Ezra. So first attack on Ezra is actually really high. That was a 17 and an 18, so that's going to hit.
Can I
Yes.
do the thing?
What thing?
This is part of the stupid plan, and it relied on me being hit, hence why it was stupid.
You got it.
Womp with the repulsion shield into Moonbeam.
Yes, you can.
Hey,
I
oh,
was
that's
hoping
pretty
you
good.
would do that.
Yeah.
You're going to
Yeah,
take a
example,
fair
when did
amount
you
of
get
damage
You're a
first, though,
genius.
buddy.
Yep, that's fine.
Oh no, bud.
It was really nice knowing you.
Um,
No, don't say that.
14 piercing damage, and then I need a con save.
Okay, let me just... sorry. Okay, and con save.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay, you're fine. So you're boom, boom, and he's now bong. Actually, one more, isn't he? He's now in the moonbeam. However, now he has new fun friends to snack on. So instead of going for Nerin, he's now gonna snack on Hathor.
Oh.
Tasty, tasty wizard.
Bad. Tastes awful.
19
tasty
and a
wizard.
17. I think that's gonna hit.
Gross, gross, nasty wizard. Ew.
Sorry.
Yeah, petite.
It's
Ugh,
very
gross.
okay. I am
Nearly max hit points.
full.
8 plus 5, 13 damage, and I need a con save, Hathor.
Hathor never takes damage, it'll take him down a peg.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yep.
And then the other one is
13
on. The other one's on Luther. you got away with that natural 20 because I rolled a natural 20 on one, but the other one is a 14 plus 8, so I think that's going to hit.
Yeah, that is going to hit.
Okay. That's 15 piercing damage, and I need a con save. Max damage, I'm afraid. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking bad again.
Yeah, but you
Come
are.
on.
You just make your con save. It's now going to make a con save for the moonbeam and then also a wisdom save. Con save for the moonbeam is a natural 2, so that's going to fail.
Yay.
So roll your moonbeam damage, but it
Yay.
does.
Wait, hang on, I've forgotten how much it is. Let me just double check. I'll just send the spell to the chat again.
Yeah, send it to the chat again. 17 on the spin, Luther.
17 on the spin. Oh yeah,
Succeed.
yeah, it succeeds.
Okay. You still got
Still
an
has
entire round of it.
disadvantage, yeah.
Not
16
I'll
damage.
take it.
Yeah. And also it saved you from another crit, to be honest.
Yeah.
Which would have definitely dropped you. So that ends the Bone Hydra's turn. There are no more skeletons, so that's not relevant right now because it hasn't summoned anymore. And that will bring us to Luther.
Me?
Luther?
Let's not do a
Mario.
molly.
Mario.
Let's not do a molly mock. I'm looking
Yes,
very
do not
bad.
stab yourself
No.
and die.
No.
Okay. Oh wait, I have a thing. Hey, you know what I should do?
Read your character sheet. I feel
Yeah.
like that's something we should all do.
We should all do
Nice.
Okay. Wow.
Very good.
Very
Yes.
good.
Good, Luther. Pat,
Excellent,
pat,
Luther.
pat.
And then I can
That
still
is
go.
like the first
Yep.
sensible thing Luther has done.
Ooh.
In his life, probably. I'm
He's
so proud
trying
of
to
him.
impress Hathor.
I know,
With
look
being
at him
sensible.
go.
If you think I did spin.
Irresponsible.
You did make it spin, which was very fun.
Yeah, there we go, that's me.
Okay, Ezra, it's your turn.
Okay. Who needs healing?
Hello.
Luther
Hello.
or Nerin?
Okay.
Luther probably more desperate than me after that hit.
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah,
You say healing, I say how much.
yeah, Luther or Nerin, dependent on who you want to go to.
Okay. Shit, I only have cure wounds. Okay.
And you can't move very fast.
No,
Yeah, you
I-
might want to go to
Actually-
Nerin and let Cacula handle Luther.
Yep. Nerin, where are you? Okay, there you are. Okay, yep, coming over and giving you some healing.
Mhm.
Where is it? There it is. Ba-dam, bam, bam. How bad are you?
I am like at a third. The points. A
Second
third.
level.
Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Damocles will continue his attack, so you can roll his attack. He will.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good boy.
But he'll be going in the moonbeam.
I think he can get round
Oh,
without
can
going in
he-
the moonbeam if he
can he
stands in
just-
front of Hathor.
Good.
He's got 40-foot of movement. He can do what he wants.
Yeah. Okay, cool. In that case, then he's gonna. Ba-dam, bam, ba. Ba-dam, bam.
That's going to hit. Roll damage.
Hey.
Nice. Another 5.
And that'll be me done.
Oh, and also with the moonbeam. Oh no, because the moonbeam was on its turn. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, top of the round. Hassel.
Okay. Let's get this fucking boy.
I thought you were going to say bread, and I was like, he's a bone hydra. He is not bread.
Red
I
boy.
thought we were talking to Luther. I was really
What
confused.
you think? Everyone is bread.
Okay, you're gonna electrocute
I need to move so I don't hit-
Damocles. Perhaps don't electrocute Damocles.
There we go.
Very good.
I'm not going to electrocute Damocles.
Okay. It needs a dex save, right?
Yeah.
Is he a dexy boy? Stop throwing me out, roll 20.
Sorry. I keep trying to roll it and it won't roll the damage.
It's fine. Oh, natural 20 on the save, though.
Oh.
Sorry.
Well, he takes half, I think.
Still takes half, yeah.
Okay. It's not letting me roll it, so. Oh.
You just click on the little square next to your name.
Yeah.
That's what I tried first, but it's not working.
No.
That's
To
definitely
be fair, you are
what
slightly
is-
different colours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
Oh
slightly
yeah,
lighter
that's
green.
true.
Yeah.
Just click
very
the
Never
little
slightly.
mind.
color box.
I'll sort it out later.
Maybe I should join in.
Maybe.
Yeah, you just click on the little square. I went green because Hathor's green.
No,
I
you're
went
very
green.
wise. I should change
I'm
mine,
copying
but
you.
I cannot remember.
Everyone go green quickly.
I'm gonna go bright green. Oh.
12 damage. So not a lot.
After red.
Still
24
something.
halved.
Okay. Still something. Okay. Now it is time for the lair action.
Or it could not be.
No, it is.
Have you thought about that?
Yes.
Maybe.
Actually, that's why Roll20 kicked you out, because they were like, roll layer action? No.
I decided we can't have one. Unfortunately, I've decided I can have one, and he's gonna spit fireball 3 times.
Oh no.
Because he can firebolt, that is, not fireball.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, Alex, you
The
promised me when you
cantrip,
said you'd spend
not the
6 hours
third level
prepping the session that you
spell.
hadn't TPK'd us.
Yeah.
I mean,
the
they
cantrip.
specified Hawthorne's here to pick us up afterwards.
Yes. But the cantrip, not the 3rd level spell.
Okay.
So, first one. This is on Hathor. 13 to
miss-
hit.
13 misses.
Okay. Because you've got mage armor up.
Yeah.
Second one is on Nerin. 25 to hit.
Yes.
Yes. 6 fire damage, and then the third one is on Cacula. 17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. I think my AC is only like 13.
You could do with
Tragic
some
time.
armor.
It's
and maybe
16.
a
It's
shield.
16
Okay,
actually.
That I was going to say.
Yay.
We all
you
went to
have
buy
a-
armor together.
Who's
I was going to say
on
you
your-
definitely
who-
bought armor together.
I definitely have a character whose AC is 13 and it's upsetting. Oh, it's Melisma. Never mind.
I'm back. Sorry.
Maybe that's
Hello.
because we're level 3.
I was going to say you're level 3. You guys are
because we're
level 7.
3, yeah. Yes, that does hit, but only just. Woohoo.
Okay. Roll the damage. Roll 20.
Or it could not. That could also be a thing.
It's just not. It's not doing it. Roll the damage. Roll
Because it
9
likes
fire
me.
damage. There we go.
Fine.
Okay. Which ends the lair actions. Cacula, you're up.
Okay. Okay. Is
Luther
Luther still
is-
looking like he's gonna perish?
Luther is
Absolutely.
bleeding out.
Cool.
One
That's
more
not
hit
very
and
fun
Luther
and
is
sexy
dead.
of him. Can you do a? I'm sorry. I keep forgetting if we ruled whether I could use my star necklace and cast in the same turn.
No, because it counts as a spell.
Yeah, that's very fair. Okay, in that case, I am gonna cast Cure Wounds on Luther.
Are you going to walk
Obviously.
to Luther to do that?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, and you can't cast Cure Wounds
So
because that's a
for
touch
my
spell.
action, I'm gonna get a brain.
Pick one up.
Old brain
To be fair, a
gently.
head's
there you
dropped.
go.
There's probably brain inside it.
Yeah.
No, ignore that. Ignore that.
Okay. Hold brain gently, like hamburger.
Hamburger.
Yes.
Yummy.
So you get the 7, and then you also get that many.
Another 5.
Thank
Yes.
you. Is that all together? Like
Mhm.
2, 5,
Yep,
7,
that's all for
5?
you.
Yeah.
No,
Thank
not the
you so
7.
much.
Ignore
Not the other 7. but
Okay,
the
Ignore
other-
the 7.
Yeah,
I'm
well-
sorry.
Yeah.
Right, so
Oh,
7,
and I still have
13.
an action.
You still have an action. What do you want to do?
How is the bone hydra looking?
It's not happy. It's definitely.
Like a
I mean, it's
skeleton.
not bleeding out because it's made of bones, but it's definitely showing some wear and tear. It is. It is
Okay.
mechanically bloodied. Yes.
Right.
I'm going to be a silly old bear. Bish.
Be a
You're gonna
bear.
bish him.
Yeah.
Bish him then.
Bosh.
That's
No.
not gonna bosh him. I'm sorry.
Never
bosh him.
mind. I'm
I do-
here now. Oh no! He's gonna say, "Oh no!" and then step over here so they still have a line of sight to each other.
Okay. Is Kitto's turn.
Okay, Kitto will go and follow the Bone Hydra who very rudely ran away.
I mean, no, Ezra yeeted him.
Very rudely ran away. And that is, oh my gosh, would I just like to roll an okay number? That won't hit.
I'm sorry. Nerin, it's your
Okay.
turn.
Yes, I am not going to follow it because I can punch from here.
Yes, you can.
So I'm going to punch from here.
Okay.
Still doing my radiance. And I'm
Yep.
gonna use a different dice.
Okay.
Let's see if I have any dice that are nice today. That's a 17 to
That
hit.
hits. Roll damage.
That is 4 radiant
Okay.
damage. Next. That hits. It's more.
Yep.
That is 5 radiant damage.
Yep.
That is 17 to hit.
Yep.
4 radiant damage.
Yep.
This one is not nice. That is no, that's 12 to hit. Last one doesn't hit.
Oh, you were so close.
I was so close.
You were so close to removing
I
a
also-
head.
I also rolled really badly on my d6.
You did,
quite
which
sad.
was very sad.
Oh, yeah.
Because you did 15 damage and you just have to get over
Yeah.
20 and then you lose a head. But I was very impressed. Okay,
If only.
if only.
If only
is-
I could punch, but alas.
Unfortunately, it's his turn now.
Oh no. Please
And
don't.
he got heads. And he got all of these friends who were around him. So everybody gets a crunch, apart from Damocles.
Everyone gets a head.
'Cause Damocles is small. But everybody else gets a crunch. Dice rolling.
What a lovely dance, Alex.
That one's cocked. That didn't work at all because it cocked one. Oh, no, that worked much better because those are all 16s apart from one.
Ha ha! 16 doesn't hit. Yes, it does. Never mind.
That's 16 on the dice. So 16
Okay.
plus 8.
Well, when you put it like that,
They're all going to hit all of you.
Great, lovely.
I can take a picture if you'd like to see all of the 16s.
oh no, I trust
no,
you.
I
I
believe
just
you.
don't
Yeah.
like it.
Okay. I'm just going to roll the dice on roll 20 because that's 4d10. Okay. Up. Okay.
Uncanny dodge.
Okay, so Kitto, 7 plus 5 is 12
Where's the +5? Oh, okay.
from its strength modifier.
Yeah.
So
So am I
12,
taking 6?
Yes, 6. Luther, you're taking 6. Cacula, you're taking 6. Hathor, you're taking 10. And then I need all of you to make me a con save.
Con save. Okay.
Yes, please, for the poison.
Very fine.
I'm really mixing up my character today. I was just about to be like, don't forget, everyone within 10 feet of me gets +4.
No, they don't.
No,
You are not.
they really
playing-
don't.
You're not playing Claire. Fail.
Oh,
Fail.
yay.
Fail.
Yeah.
So Hathor succeeds. The rest of
Yay.
you do not.
Little tanky wizard.
Little tanky wizard.
Very tanky wizard.
That's a 4.
Tanking.
Okay. Nice. I actually rolled some 2s. That's brilliant. You know what that means?
You're
We
confused.
win.
It means
You're confused.
it means Luther and Cacula walk towards each other and then hit each other. Both
No.
make attacks
Oh,
on each
no.
other, please.
No!
Wait,
also
just
means
now or in their
Kitto,
turn?
you are paralyzed. Yeah, it's a reaction. You have to do it as a reaction.
God.
I'm sorry,
Doesn't it
Cacula.
say action?
It's a reaction. So. Oh no!
Cacula is
Ouch.
like, I'm so sorry, and then whacks you gently on the leg. And you go like,
Stabs you straight through the chest.
Streak of red from the eyes.
You brought this on yourself.
Kitto, you are paralyzed for 1 round.
Oh my god.
Hathor,
Like
you're
the-
fine. You just watched Cacula and Luther's eyes turn completely red, and them both attempt to hit each other, and Luther just stab Kitto through the Luther just stabbed Cacula through the chest.
And then Kitto just falls over.
And Kitto just goes and just freezes in place. It's all a good time, having a good time.
that feels like at the start of
Wait,
Empress
is
New
that-
Groove, it's kind of like, you might be wondering how I got myself in this
It's not
Is
that
that a
he's
charm?
dead.
Hang on. Alex, is that a charm effect by any chance? Which happened there?
Let me check. I don't think it counts as a charm effect.
Yeah,
it's
because it's
poison.
by ancestry.
It's a poison effect, not a charm effect. I can check on bone hydras.
It says here it's a poison effect.
Yeah.
Poison effect.
On
No
its
worries.
next
Poison
turn,
effect,
the
I'm
target
afraid.
must use its action to
To
make
make a
one weapon
weapon
attack
attack.
against a random creature.
Oh, it's an
using
action.
I thought
whatever.
on its next turn.
Yeah,
Okay,
it says
that's
on its next turn
okay.
it's an action.
Yeah, that's worse.
yeah.
I mean, we can just stay there because that's what we've done on our turn.
Yeah, I mean, it is Luther's turn anyway, so Luther would
Yeah.
have done that.
He stabs me in the chest first.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
You have a bonus action, Luther. And you did technically take the attack action, so you can use your bonus to make an attack. And it doesn't have to be on Cacula.
Yeah. Let's. Yeah. Let's just hit it.
Okay. That's gonna hit.
Yeah.
I love that you did less damage to the bone hydra.
Yeah.
You did
The
me.
bone hydra is really not looking good, though.
Yeah.
Does that end your turn, Luther?
That's all I can do, really, yeah.
Okay, Ez, you're up.
Okie doke. You know what? For the fun,
What are you eating?
Me.
are they like? So this is
I
kind of
guess
like
you
a
could eat the skeletons.
yeah. I'll pick up a small bit of neck
Okay. A dex save from the
Fine.
bone hydra.
neck bone connected to the neck bone, connected to another.
Fine.
Neck bone.
It succeeds, I'm afraid.
Oh,
I'm sorry. It doesn't have a high dex either. It was a lucky roll.
You should have
That's
used-
what happens when you try and attack a
Kitto.
Hydra with its own neck.
That's what
Yeah.
happened when you tried to connect the neck bone to the neck bone by force.
I'm just trying to rearrange. No, okay. Damocles, do your thing, please.
Roll to attack with damage.
Succeed where I have failed.
It
Oh,
does.
oh,
Oh, good damage,
Damocles
Damocles.
is doing so well this
Good
time.
boy.
yeah.
Such a good puppy.
Damage, please.
He's fighting.
Damage,
I was
please.
just-
Yay!
He's fighting a creature literally made of chew toy.
He's
This
so
makes perfect
excited
sense.
about
Yeah,
it.
he's loving this.
Does that end your
Tails been
turn,
wagging this
Ezra?
whole time.
It does, yes.
That will bring us to Hathor. At the top.
Yeah.
You just
I'm
watched
gonna
Luther
do-
stab Cacula.
Yeah. We'll deal with that later.
Hathor is compartmentalizing like a champ right now.
It's like, I don't see any of it.
Spin orb.
Spin orb.
Spin orb.
Roll your spin orb.
Second level, please.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my dice.
Okay.
Hopefully they'll be nice to me. Yeah. That's a. I can maths. Oh, it's a 20.
That hits. Yeah, hits. Roll damage.
I don't like adding.
At the end. Just leave it there. I don't like adding.
Okay, so. Wait, second level. How many units? 4. I just want to get over 20. I might
Do it, I believe.
get over 20.
Believe.
11.
That's not 20.
Jake.
I will kill you. Shut up. See, now I've forgotten what I'm adding.
11.
Well, it was 11.
8, 11, 17, 23.
Okay, you destroy another head. It now has
Yeah.
5 heads.
Nice.
It also is barely alive. like it's falling apart at the seams. Never mind having 5 heads. It is the Lair action. He's gonna get real pissed, and he's gonna magic missile everyone around him. So
Or he could not do that. Have
Yeah,
you thought
Murphy
about that
didn't.
too?
Yeah.
Kitto, Luther, Hathor, Cacula.
That's fine, it's easy enough.
And then it's Cacula's turn.
Cool. Well, I hit Luther. I like to think I've been kind of half shaken out of it
Yeah.
by
you
being
kind of
stabbed so much.
whack
So I
Luther a
hit
little
Luther
bit.
gently on the calf,
Yeah.
going, "Sorry,"
You've still got
like
a
he's
bonus
just
action.
half asleep. Yeah, exactly. And then as a bonus, he's gonna be like, put his hand to his chest, look at the blood, and be like, "Oh dear."
And just fall.
No, he's not quite that bad. He is
Okay.
quite bad, but he's not quite that bad. So
I'm
I'm gonna
really
cast
sorry,
Healing Word.
Niimi.
It's okay. This is fun. I like it. I like to cause my son pain. So that's for me.
Mhm.
And then the extra 8. Who's looking bad?
Pretty much everyone but Luther.
Okay.
Kitto looks fine. Ish.
Kitto looks
Looking
fine.
bad.
Okay, yay. Well, Hathor,
I mean, he's paralyzed, but
Yeah, this is a good point. Kitto's just.
Hathor is a squishy wizard, so he can have it. I'm sorry, ignore me. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go use the actual thing.
You can
I'll
move
train
it
myself
higher
into
up.
doing it eventually.
That reminds you.
I need to punish myself so I can Pavlov dog myself into actually using
7
it.
healing to Hathor.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
8 for little old me.
Kitto, you're paralyzed. Nerin, you're up.
Yep. am I not paralyzed now? Right, it's the end of my
Yeah,
turn.
it's the end of your
Okay,
turn.
cool.
You're no longer paralyzed now.
I'm gonna try and punch.
I believe in you.
Come on, boy.
Shall I use dice or roll 20?
Try roll 20.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
I'll do
Don't
one
worry.
of each.
The
I get
dice
four,
hasn't been
so
Start
nice
there.
to you, is what I'm thinking.
Start roll 20.
Roll
Let's
20. You
go.
better not ruin this for us. You
Come
better
on.
not ruin this for us right now.
It
No.
ruined it.
What did I just say?
Ace dice, come on.
Yes.
Come on.
It's right.
Yes! That hits.
Roll damage.
Yay!
Ace d6, come on. Yes! 9 damage.
Hey, Nerin. How do you want to do
Oh.
this?
Yay! Yes, good.
Hey,
Woo!
nice.
I mean, I'm very alarmed at my friends stabbing each other and falling apart in front of my teacher. And so I'm trying to look really like, yes, look at my form. I am doing this exactly as you taught me. Look,
Yeah. And as you take the last strike and punch out, and your fist kind of does the thing where it extends into a beam of light and then shatters, and it hits straight in the center of the Hydra, and the Hydra hisses and screeches and clatters, and then hits into nothing at all. And there's a moment of silence before very happy clapping. And we'll take a quick break because I realize we've not taken a break and it's like 9:30.
Do I have 10 minutes to go make food?
Yes, you do. So, as the bone hydra collapses and shatters into nothingness, there is slow applause, and out of the stands come hopping the monks who have been watching you. The Hawthorne brushes himself off and heads over and goes, "You're all right, kid?" And he's looking at Lusa.
Me fine, never better.
Yeah, sure, come here. And he literally walks up to you and slaps you across the face. And in doing so, heals you for like how many hit points?
That's
can Hathor
hilarious. I
can
love
Hawthorne heal for
Hawthorne
you?
so much.
Is
Look,
it bad
Or
that-
after hey!
I feel like you could have a really good bard, but all of
how
their
many
like
how many hit points, Alex?
Hands of healing, d6 plus 3. 9! Nice.
9, hey, I'm
I feel like
still
Luther will be
awful.
into this.
Nice.
I'll get some
We've got
more.
competition.
What were you going to say? Sorry, Leo. It would be a good bard.
oh, I was just gonna say you could have a really good bard, but everything they do is just like insults.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not gonna lie, that's Kezia Lewis's character in
That does
In
not make
Sam's game.
Yeah. So after Hawthorne literally just whacks Luther across the face and Luther's wounds heal up slightly.
I had a penny every time I got slapped in the face as a token of gratitude. I'd have 3 pennies, which isn't a lot, but it's weird it's happened 3 times.
That seems like your problem, kid. He just walks off. Nerin, Kellar comes up to you and is like, "Incredible work, Nerin. I think this is a lot better. You've come so well. Your form is excellent. Your friends are an interesting bunch. That spinning thing was incredibly impressive. You should be very proud. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Sorry.
This Nerin's mum.
No, this is Nerin's teacher. No, this is a half furbolg, half orc.
Never mind.
And
Not
also
my
a
mum.
man.
I was like, my mum's an orc.
Old one.
No, she's also gnomish, not halfling.
Okay.
Which distinct.
Furbolg.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, good. That's cool.
Yeah.
I couldn't work out if my earphones had died again.
No, you're good, you're good. Kala kind of takes a moment and looks around at you and goes, "Hello! You must be Nerin's friends."
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Kelar Thormin. I was Nerin's tutor. Way of the Sun Soul monk. I hear you want to ask us some questions.
Yes.
Would be good.
Hey, that's all right.
Is here the best place to talk?
No, we should go out into the gardens. He looks down at the gnomish woman who nods. Yes, we should. Sorry, pleasant to meet you. I'm Headmaster Brienne. I'm the head of the Sanctum. Very lovely to meet you all. Let's say she's clearly gnomish, not halfling. She's slightly taller than what you would expect a halfling to be, and also has like slightly finer features than a halfling. And she waves to you all. Come, we'll go out into the garden. Hawthorne, you take Relentless, and Hawthorne nods. Yes, yeah, I'm out. Unless they need me. Yes, go on, go back to your post. And Hawthorne just walks off. And Brienne rolls her eyes. Always an experience, that one. Come, let's go outside. And she leads
Sure.
you out into, let me put you on the garden.
As Luther walks past me, I'm gonna grab him by the back of the collar, spin him around and kiss him.
Drama! What an episode!
Wow.
I guess Kitto wasn't lying. And Elka's
No,
back.
he was not. Yeah.
This episode has everything. Hydra made of bones, battlefield confessions, friends stabbing friends in the chest,
It's like something like
a
you said,
tiny
Canal
sassy
Reeves.
woman.
Oh.
If you want to put yourselves at the top of the map here, guys.
I like the idea
What
that
if we
Cacula
don't
does that
want to?
healing.
You don't have to. It's just a nice map. You're not going to get attacked.
I would like
This is a really nice map.
It's just
It
a
is
nice
a very
map.
nice
Yeah.
map.
Yeah, I wish I knew
I
that.
feel bad
description.
bleeding all over it.
It's very
While Hathor and Luther are having their moment, or like as they're, embracing and holding each other and whatever, Kitto's going to walk past and just slap Hathor on the ass and keep going.
Like Kellar looks at you and goes, young love, battlefield
Young love.
confessions, the whole
I
thing.
know,
And I think
know.
it's definitely an experience.
It could bring a tear to your eye, couldn't
Oh,
it?
it really could. He gives you like this wide grin with his tusks showing.
I'll just shoot Kitto a look like,
Behave.
Hathor is like,
So you head out into the
yeah. And then when Luther's not looking, Cacula to Hathor go.
Ezra's just gonna put the goggles back on with the black duct tape.
As it's like,
It's
I don't
just like,
see.
I don't have enough energy to be emotionally
Yeah,
invested
no,
in
just-
anything right now.
Get me a coffee.
It's
I thought
getting
when you
quite-
grab me by the back, you've dislocated the joint.
shit, really?
I can't walk at all. Paralyzed from the waist down. I thought, what did you do?
Carry me,
so
Hathor.
in character for
Really?
Luther.
Right in front of my spinal vertebra?
Do you want me to roll insight on Luther? Is Luther attempting to actively lie?
Or is Luther joking around? Like
I'll roll a
he
d20
always
and we'll
does?
find out.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Oh Lord.
Okay, it was even. No, his back's actually sprained.
Oh, he's not. Yeah, okay. You're like, haha, Luther, and then you're like, wait a second. He looks like he's in pain. Ah, shit. Also, he's still bleeding. Come in, so you can help him. 1 second.
Here, I've got a healing pick D&D group.
So far.
You're all a mess.
Oh,
We're
God.
talking
Look,
about
we invented disco balls, okay?
Disco balls do not exist in this reality. Keep trying.
Yes, they do.
Cacula
Not
does.
Cacula spinning
We'll
really
make it
fast.
happen.
from Cacula.
I'll get
Well,
right on
in
it.
starry form.
No. Anyway, you guys are now in the gardens of the Sanctum, which is a very nice place, very like well hedged in and kept. And Brienne and Kellar turn around, and Brienne kind of. So, how can we help you?
Does the Dark
Like-
Master mean anything to you?
Hidden Master.
Hidden Master? I know
Which is
what
a-
words are.
It's a bit of a shit
Kitto
name.
is
What happened to when we found
fired.
him? It was the Hidden Master, but we found him, so never mind.
We are dealing with a slight problem.
Okay.
That several people have got. We are looking into a couple of different cases of sleeplessness mixed with terrible nightmares. That one of the person having these dreams was seeing the symbol of the Sanctum in them.
The Hidden Master doesn't mean anything to me.
Insight.
Roll insight.
Yeah.
Bam! Insight.
Can we
Says
all
the word
roll
insight.
insight?
Doesn't
You-
mean anything. It's not the
Can
same
we all
as-
roll?
Yeah.
19.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, very good.
You're
Luther.
at disadvantage though.
Luther,
Oh,
you are at
fuck, you're right.
disadvantage as
I
a-
am as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
Kitto.
Thanks for the heads up.
Sorry.
pals.
10.
Sorry.
But I've just been kissed.
That doesn't mean you're not at disadvantage. Yep. You
Put
can't.
you at more disadvantage, buddy.
Yeah. Nope.
Oh, I'm actually good at insight.
Yep. Roll insight. Everyone
Yay.
can roll it. Very good.
24.
Oh, yeah.
Cacula is kind of like nodding along, like, yeah, I believe you. And then he looks around to everyone else who were like, and then he's like,
I know what we're doing here.
Are you rolling as well, Ezra?
No.
Okay. I'm like, I'm too fucking sleepy for this bullshit.
No.
The glasses are still on.
That's fair.
I've fallen asleep. I'm just stood there.
You need to like that Simpsons thing, like paint like eyes on like the goggle lens.
Terrifying.
Yeah, she's really difficult to read. Like,
Even with the 24.
she's like Nerin, you would know this about Brienne. She's well known for being very stern and very like just incredibly intense and very difficult to pass anything from. She's very difficult to read. You don't know.
You won't want to play poker with her.
No.
She'd be a good DM.
Kellar scratches behind his head. I'm not sure it means very much to me, I'm afraid. You could ask the Cobalt Soul monks.
Would you mind if we had a look in your library as well?
Of course. Yeah, you're very welcome to.
Thank you. It is so we can try and help these people, but it's also been assigned to us by the schools.
Right. No worries. You're very welcome to look in the library. You beat the Bone Hydra. You have access now. The only place you don't have access to is Brienne's study, obviously.
Of course.
Private
Is
quarters.
that image printing?
Is it notable? I'd hit to wander in by accident.
Yes, it's down a significant corridor and it's guards, like metal guards outside. You don't see.
Perfect.
But yeah, no, I'm afraid I don't know anything. But you could talk to the head of the Cobalt Soul monks, who I'm sure would be happy to talk to you.
Can we insight him as well, or is
Go
that
for it.
roll
Roll
by
insight.
both of them? Okay.
Inside all of them.
Nerin, you know your
Oh, he's
mother is the head
sloppy.
of the Cobalt Soul monks.
Yes.
She's the most well-known Cobalt soul.
That was two terrible
Oh, we
rolls.
could not do
Naren's
that.
like, I mean, you could do that.
15 for Luther.
I'm gonna insight again.
Yep, yep.
Because I remembered it's a thing that I can do now. Only 11.
Only an 11.
Boo.
He seems very open. He doesn't appear to be hiding anything from you.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he is a good guy. Yeah. He just shrugs, doesn't seem to know anything.
Okay.
Is there anything else we can help you with? I mean, aside from I don't know anything about this, is there anything about these dreams you can tell us that we might be able to link
Not really
back?
any specifics. They mostly just described some kind of unending darkness, whispering voices. Nothing that would really give us any leads. You're kind of our last person to turn to, and I'll like look to the rest of the group, nodding, kind of looking sincere, but
That's
also
really
trying to
you're the
convey
expert
like.
here.
Hmm. Also, the commenting about it is that it's an urge to talk to people about it and share it.
Well, nobody's told us, so I'm not sure that urge must be that strong. I'm afraid I don't know anything.
We must have been
It's like she
barking up the
couldn't
wrong
be any more
tree
suspicious if she
then.
tried. Why do I keep rolling
Is
11?
he rolling another insight on her?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's only 11 though.
Yeah.
What,
So.
you're gonna roll
Conceal.
better than 24?
You can't read her.
Yeah, we probably were just barking up the wrong tree. I apologize for wasting your time.
It is no
It's
worries. We are here to help.
Sleeplessness, but it's not unending. It won't be a death sentence. It's just, I mean, to be honest, it's mostly for this project. We're just getting nowhere, and it's been very frustrating. But much appreciate your help.
No, question.
Yes.
So you work with the necromancers, right?
Yes. Well,
they-
vaguely.
When they dump the Hydra stuff in the cathedral and they resurrect it, yeah?
Yes.
What do they get out of it? You paying them?
Money.
Okay, that makes
Or
sense.
also sometimes support of the schools if they need us. But money.
Right. Okay, I was worried there'd be like a secret cult thing going on. Like
No,
suspicious
I
of
mean,
it.
the necromancers mainly want money. They're academics. They're poor. They want money.
Insight. When
Roll
Lucas,
insight.
when Lucas says secret cult, Hathor's like,
Insight Luther or insight her?
no, not their reaction to the word secret cult.
Okay, roll insight.
What's this lady's name again? Sorry.
Bria.
Sasina.
Thank you.
There she is.
Insight on whether academics are all poor.
Good roll. She's still very difficult to read.
I don't.
Genius, that's right.
Okay. You know what? Yeah. Okay.
Let's go to the library.
Flash of genius.
Yeah.
For Hathor,
I.
okay. Hathor, there's a sudden.
Oh. You suddenly feel like a genius.
You suddenly feel like a genius.
You just hear the twang of Ezra's goggles just kind of go back on his eyes real quick.
You're gonna say Luther, you
Hathor is a fucking genius.
Oh, well, I should get back to work. Keller, would you direct them to the library? Oh, yes, of course. No worries at all, ma'am.
What? One final quick question. Sorry.
Of course. How can I help you with?
Just a small one. These necromancers who are helping you out,
Yes.
is one of them going by the name Quiven? Or do you not know the names that just come and get paid?
No, I recognize the name Quiven. She hasn't been in a little while, but she wasn't resurrecting the Hydra, for example, because that's a fairly significant project. But she was resurrecting some of the minor skeletons.
Right.
That work in the kitchens.
Okay.
She's done some work for us before, yes.
Ah, okay. That's fine. That's fine. Thank you.
You can insight check that, but she has no reason to lie about that.
What's the spelling of that? Sorry.
Quiven.
Moons. Yeah.
I will pop the name in the chat.
Yes.
Wop 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 wop
Yeah, Quiven Mora.
wop wop.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah.
That's actually what Ezra does while talking.
Brienne gives you a very curt nod and then heads off back inside. Kellar kind of scratches behind his
Side
head.
checks the curtain nod.
Kellar kind of scratches behind his head, his like long dreadlocks tied up in a tight ponytail. Sorry about her. She's a lot. It's like a lot. I don't
Don't
know
worry
what it
about it.
is about monks. They just
It's a lot of discipline, right?
yeah.
Can we set off to the library and then as soon as
this way.
he's not looking,
Yeah.
Have to
Kitto's
keep
gonna
your
drag
nerves
Hathor,
intact.
like catch Hathor on the arm. Be like, if you turn me invisible, I can follow her.
I was immediately about to go pack invisible.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Kitto, you are invisible.
And going to like go in the direction she wasn't trying to.
You've got a pretty fast movement speed because you can do what 90 foot in a round,
60.
but you can also action dash, so you can do 90.
Yes.
You can bonus
Well,
action dash as well.
Since I have quite a high oh my gosh, what's it called? You know,
Passive.
thank you. I was gonna say natural. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Passive perception. Would I like recognize that they've done this and be able to go and talk to the mentor very avidly about like his like monk tradition and like what Nerin was like, what teaching Nerin was like, and all of this stuff,
Hathor,
walking towards the library.
Kitto and Hathor, I need you to roll sleight of hand. Kitto, I need you to roll stealth. Because he also
Can they
has
have
an
advantage?
No, because he also
I
has
have-
an incredibly high passive because he's a
I
monk.
have disadvantage for all of these.
So you have a straight roll because you are stealthing invisibly.
Oh,
Invisible
okay.
gives you
That's
advantage.
much better than
So you've got a straight
Yeah.
roll. Hathor, I need a sleight of hand check, please.
24.
Mhm.
You are hidden.
Okay, 18.
Okay, you just pass. Then he just misses noticing you. He has a passive perception of 18. You literally
Right, because
just make
that's
it.
a natural 17 and my sleight of hand is +1.
I told you he was incredibly perceptive. He's a monk.
Well,
To be fair, the monk they have to compare with is Nerin, who is not
Yep.
perceptive.
Very, very perceptive.
Nerin
so,
is our benchmark for monks.
so I'm gonna follow Kitto first, and then I'll come back to the rest of you. Kitto, you are fairly quick at catching up with Brienne. She is not moving at any haste. She has no reason to rush. She heads out through the gardens and directly through the center of the monastery. She avoids the pit completely and heads down a slightly winding corridor to a door at the end, which is flanked by iron statues. She takes a moment and glances around, and I need you to roll a stealth check, please.
All of us,
Again,
yeah.
at advantage.
Natural 20 plus 10.
I'm not even going to bother rolling. I don't think she can beat that. I don't think she can beat that. Her perception.
My
she doesn't
first
have
nat 20 for the session. That's great.
Mhm.
You
Kitto
are-
just goes up
you
to
just-
her.
you
I'm
just-
over there.
Stop still and
Mhm.
just look straight through you. She puts a hand up to the door, takes a set of keys from around her neck, looks at the two statues and goes, flicks her fingers, and the statues
Kitto's
turn
gonna-
their heads and then just go back.
Kitto's going to try, if possible, to get in the room with her.
You're going to have to roll stealth at disadvantage then, because you're going to have to get pretty close to do that. Either that or you now have the room and you can go back later. Because I'm going to say you can now direct to this room.
Yeah, okay. It's not actually a pressing situation. It's not worth getting caught over.
She is very suspicious, but we can go and check this out when she's like asleep or something. And if you know whereabouts in the monastery this is now, you could go and check whether the room has a. I don't want to metagame.
I was going to say, Kitto's going to have a look around, is what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can look around and you do notice there are two like iron statues of heavily armored people. One's a dwarf, one's a human, and they both turn their heads to look, recognize the person, and turn back. They're definitely animated statues. They definitely will hit you. But that's it. The door is quite ornate and obvious, so you would definitely know where you were, and you can definitely find your way to it. It's fairly direct.
And there are no other entrances I can find by like
there are
going
no
out
other
and then
entrances.
round the. Okay.
No. This is
Gonna
the
try and
only-
find us a back to the party then.
Yep, no worries. In terms of like rest and stuff, you could like Nerin still has a room here. So if you wanted to do a long rest, you guys could definitely be like, oh, we've not finished with our research, and go back to Nerin's for a bit, and then perhaps go in the night. You definitely could do that, because Nerin still has a room here. Okay, so Kitto comes back. The rest of you have been walking towards the library, and Kitto, you managed to catch on pretty fast. Kellar is avidly chattering with Cacula about Nerin. He's very proud of Nerin. Nerin is one of his best pupils. As much as Nerin doesn't think so, Nerin has always been a very hard worker, and doesn't matter whether or not Nerin has any innate natural talent. They are very, very wonderful, always a great student, and has always done absolutely their best.
The phrase, great monks aren't born, they're made, leaves his mouth multiple times.
He's very proud of Nerin. He keeps saying how Nerin has surpassed the fight with the Hydra, proves that Nerin has surpassed their
that's
peers.
so sweet.
Yeah. He seems very proud.
Also, please note that Nerin has no natural talent.
Oh,
I love him though.
It seemed to be implied. He was like, even though he has no natural ability.
No, it was more like
That's literally in the notes I gave to Aleks though. Like Nerin is rubbish at everything, but tries.
He's naturally delightful. How dare you?
Nerin can shoot sunbolts out of his hands.
And it was much more of a, when we first met, Nerin didn't show a lot of promise, but worked really hard to show more promise, and is much better than he ever thought he would be. Not Kellar, but Nerin.
Leo is like, here is my rubbish boy who is bad at everything.
No, literally, I rolled really bad stats.
Everyone's like, yeah, you did actually roll really bad.
I actually I wasn't planning on him being rubbish.
Kitto's gonna tap Hathor on the shoulder. When
I will just tap my shoulder very nonchalantly.
do you want to drop it?
Yeah. I have the thought to do that.
Yeah, okay. So you guys
look around to see what we're not being watched.
Roll perception.
As I drop it.
Elias Bouchard is there. Always.
Everywhere.
Okay.
You don't appear to be being followed.
They said appear to be.
And you guys make it to the library. And you head into the library, and sat at a desk at the front of the library is a short halfling woman with her hair pulled back into a fairly severe bun. Her features are incredibly similar to Nerin's. And she looks up, and Kellar goes, "Hi, Ava, your son's back."
I'm hiding behind Cacula.
Ava stands up. Nerin, are you going to come out?
Hi.
Hello. Can I help you?
We want to look at books.
What do you want?
At Hathor.
We're looking into books on I was thinking, and starts reading off a list of like different books to do with necromancy and necromantic magic that they would probably have.
I can give you access to these books, yes.
So, if you could, anything based on any kind of lesser known gods or rumored gods?
I'm afraid that would be more the arcana, more religious temples, but we can show you what we have.
No, that's wonderful, thank you.
Please come in. She waves a hand, steps back, doesn't say anything, doesn't address Nerin, goes back to her work.
Don't look at her.
I'll squeeze Nerin's hand.
Kellar pauses at the door, scowls, and then looks at the rest of you. I'll be a minute. Ava, shall we have a conversation outside? And Ava raises an eyebrow. And Kellar scowls, and he's been very jolly the whole time, and he scowls, and you suddenly realize that this guy could snap you like a twig.
Oh no, I'm a twig.
All muscle. Yeah, he is all muscle, and he's like 7'2", and he is massive. And whilst Eva Delphinium is a monk, she's also like 3'6", and he just straightens up, and Ava just raises an eyebrow.
Nerin
Scowls.
will try and like pull everyone quickly. 2 books, quickly.
Yep,
Let's
we will
not
go.
stay here.
Grab and go, grab and go.
And you hear the beginnings of what appear to be a quite vicious fight.
Ooh.
Physical
No.
or
Verbal. It's very much.
I was
should
gonna
not
say it'd be
speak to
really
him
funny.
like that kind of.
It'd be really funny if they
From
just
Hela.
punched each
It's
other.
like, bang! Yeah, no.
We are monks. There
Fucking
is only
swear
one.
off t-shirt.
Yeah.
We are
No, it's
monks.
much-
This is
it's-
the way.
It's much more of a. You should not speak to him like, and then you run out of earshot before you.
Nerin's
you
like,
tell
oh, I
him.
remember this. This happened when I left. Oh.
Oh no.
Just shovel Nerin into the middle of the people pile.
Yeah. Kitto's gonna be like, no offense, I don't like her.
It's very fair.
Look, Nerin had one nice parental figure
And one horrible
and one
one.
horrible parental figure.
And one who I grew up thinking was like,
Horrible.
okay.
Okay.
I was like, she's kind of like strict, but like she's probably not horrible. And then I had a fight with her where she was like, slavery isn't necessarily bad or something. And I was
Yeah.
like,
Right.
That'll do it. Here. Let's
Okay. Whoever's looking at these books, I need you to make me an investigation check, please. Or people can do it with
There-
advantage.
something I want to do first.
Yes, dear.
Nerin, is there any long library corridors that people don't really turn down very often? If you've been up here much.
I probably would know that.
Yeah, the library is usually deserted because there aren't that many people who one use it or B have access to it because
We
you have
like
to kill a
punching, not
bone
books.
Hydra to get in. Usually it's the Cobalt Soul monks, because there are a couple of Cobalt Soul monks. And you came up a couple of times, usually brought up by your friend Bryanas, the dwarf, who was a Cobalt Soul monk. But most of the
I
time.
feel like little Nerin would probably have found lots of long library corridors no one went to hide and do drawings in though.
Yeah. There are definitely places that you will go that nobody will frequent. It's fairly easy to find one.
Or
His first confederacy.
somewhere I can ritually cast detect magic.
You can definitely find that.
Mm-hmm.
I
So-
will take Hathor somewhere and leave others to like look at books or whatever if they want, wherever they want.
Are there any books which are like jotting out of place? Like that's absolutely a secret passage. Scooby-Doo.
Roll perception or investigation, whichever's higher.
6 and 2 threes. No, perceptions.
No, there are
Disadvantage.
lots of books that look weird, but there are none that are like the answer stands. There are lots of books that look weird, like have weird titles in languages that you don't read, but there are none that are like, wow, this book is like slightly too far forward, or the dust is weirdly settled.
Look for
They-
vases that you can
Yeah.
twist.
There are
That's
just
a good
books,
shout.
I'm afraid.
No, but I'll take Hathor somewhere and like keep a lookout to make sure no one interrupts the ritual.
Cast detect
I think
magic.
it takes a while.
Nothing pings.
Can I look out a window?
Nothing pings.
Okay.
It's just a monk sanctum.
Well, it'll be going and it'll be going for a bit. So.
Yeah.
Let's keep looking. I'll look at the little shelves, the low shelves.
Okay. Let's make this easier. Everybody roll me investigation, and then as a collective group, we'll work out what you get.
Do I get advantage for having been here? Is this the one time my monastic influence might help?
I will say, Nerin, you do get advantage for having been here. Those of you who are exhausted have disadvantage.
Yay!
Nice.
I'll roll 20.
Oof.
Roll 20.
Woo,
Nice, Ezra.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, you do have a plus
Straight on
7.
Cacula, yeah.
We'll go with 20.
Hey.
So really good.
Nice.
Unfortunately, Luther and Kitto doze off about halfway through
They need the nap.
the book searching and take a nap. They do need the map. But the rest of you are very on it and very, very good. You find 5 books that relate vaguely to what you're discussing. You find one book that talks about minor gods and goddesses. It talks in quite a lot of detail about the Kalari, the pre-gods. And then it talks a little bit about minor deities. They're usually described as either archfey or devils or other such minor deities, things that can create warlock pacts but shouldn't be considered to be deities. You do not find anything in reference to the prince, I'm afraid. I saw that look, Jake. You do not, I'm afraid.
What about in relation to ex-boyfriends?
I was thinking that as well.
Yeah. You do find a vague commentary on something called the Conqueror, which pings that conversation that you had with Sleet Sparrow about scenes of conquest. The stuff about the Conqueror seems a little bit vague and a little bit like unsure as to whether or not it's different from the Thrice-Crossed Master. It does appear to be, because the Thrice-Crossed Master is a god of the sorrow of war and like the negativity of war. For those of you who get this reference, think the slaughter.
This is Ray.
Yeah, in Mag. This is rage, this is destruction, which seems to match up with the stuff that Sleet Sparrow was talking about. But it's a bit vague, and it's a bit like, this could be a thing, but we don't have any proof, and we don't know where. But people have had weird dreams.
Okay, well that's relevant.
Yeah. This book is also pretty old. Like 10 years.
Okay. I mean, for a library.
Yeah, it's not super old. It's like 10 years old. You find a couple of books on necromantic origins. You find a couple of books that directly discuss the development of the bone hydra. You find a couple of books like that. In terms of necromantic origins, is there anything you're specifically looking for? Because with 2 crits, you can basically ask me very much anything, and I'll probably be able to give you an answer.
Relations of necromantic magic and dreams, if that ever commonly pops up anywhere.
Not really.
It's a bit of a whim.
Yeah, dream magic tends to be divination based.
I would also say, if it has anything about magic, like if anywhere mentions creatures like the ones we saw yesterday, especially the big boy who spoke.
Yes.
If anything, yay.
Yes, you do find one book that talks about, has a drawing of a thing that you very much recognize as the creature that you interacted with. It describes it as the Watcher of the Night. And it describes it as a tortured soul that was killed during the cover of darkness in very specific circumstances, like on a new moon on the 3rd day of the cycle of phobia. Like, it's a really, really like minor thing. But if a person is murdered under those circumstances, they become a Watcher of the Night.
What about the wine? Go. Sorry, no, you finish.
It doesn't have anything necessarily to do with your thing. Unfortunately, though, it doesn't talk about conquest dreams or anything like that. It just describes what this particular type of undead is.
Okay, and then anything that mentions like any rituals or like extremely powerful rituals that are known to create anything like what we fought the other day, like or if there's any just like rituals that are mentioned as having like very adverse side effects where it's like, don't do this is bad.
I'll say Ezra picks this up because Ezra has spoken to Quiven a lot, and Quiven is a necromancer, and as you're reading through some of the stuff on the necromantic texts, and you recognize a few rituals that Quiven has talked about being particularly taboo, which is quite impressive because not many things are taboo with the necromancers because they're already doing a fairly taboo science. So they're pretty much like anything goes. But there's a couple of rituals that if they're not done slowly and piecemeal, they can cause massive magical output, like fallout effects, which tends to cause magical outflow, which is damaging and poisonous, or zombies, or no.
Thinking of something else.
Maybe similar. Or things like that. They tend to be They can also corrupt some incredibly powerful magical things can corrupt nearby creatures and turn them into operations.
Right. Okay.
If Ezra shows this to me,
Yes.
with my keen mind remembering everything photographically,
Yes.
does it look like the ritual circles that Abiel was scrawling all over the place?
It doesn't have a specific ritual circle. It just talks about some rituals.
Okay.
It doesn't specifically say like the rituals, these X ones are forbidden. It's just like highly powerful magical necromantic rituals are forbidden.
Okay, so there's not in specific like if you do this ritual, this will happen.
Yeah. Though from the discussion, you reckon that they probably had to build the bone hydra in pieces because that kind of necromantic magic, even with its uptake, would require them to do it slowly and over a period of time to not cause this kind of necromantic fallout that has been in these books.
Okay.
Right.
I think that's everything that I wanted to look up.
Nerin, did you want to ask about the weirds?
You're muted,
Oh,
lovely.
You're muted, dear.
Wine poisony things.
Yes, they're in
Yeah.
elementals, but you can find them. They are offshoots of elementals. They can be summoned, but they can also be accidentally formed. They tend to be accidentally formed when people are doing not necessarily necromantic magic, but a significant amount of magic around a large amount of the liquid. So like if somebody was messing around as an alchemist with a lot of poisonous materials, you could accidentally create a poison weird. They're kind of seen as a little bit of pests, and if you notice them fairly early on, they only turn out to like be tiny little things and you can dispel them or remove them pretty easily. But if you ignore them or if you actively capture them, they will grow and grow and grow and become something that can actually be dangerous.
And is there any indication of whether the ones that we fought were small or grown?
They were big.
Like
the ones
probably around for several days? Or...
Yeah, the ones that they're talking about are small, that are like this big. They're like canopic jar sized.
So the idea is that whatever we fought there must have been some big magic in somewhere with poison and wine. And then it lasted for a few days, is what we gather.
Yes.
Okay.
I have a stat block for that. Do you want a tiny tea weird? I have a stat block for the not
pet.
I have a stat block for the
Yes.
not tea.
Why
which
would
you
I,
can have.
Alex? Why would
Also,
I
if
not want that?
If they can be dangerous, we could also use them in battle.
Yes.
Coffee weird.
I have a stat block for the not tea weird. For the not
Luther
tea
could
weird.
have an
I can give it
alcohol
to
one.
you.
No.
No.
A literal alcoholic demon.
Yeah. Kitto, in terms of literally the statement, anything that says Brienne is sus, you can check.
He's asleep.
Okay, yeah, but in terms of I second that. You can check the records of who was the head of the monastery if you'd like.
Yeah.
I could probably help with that because I did a lot of work on them while I was here.
Luther, yes.
Can we? No, this is like out of game.
Oh, no.
Can we call like the tree weird like biscuit because it's cheese and biscuits?
Oh.
Yes, you can cause the tea weird. Okay, I will give
Yes,
you a
we
tea
can.
weird. Anyway, aside from the tea weird, yes, Nerin, you definitely know where the like documentation discussing who was like the like records of who's been the previous headmaster and that kind of thing. You know exactly where they are, and you can take people to go look at them. What do you want to know specifically?
Kitto will go. I mean, Kitto's not going to find out anything much because he rolled really. Oh, it was a collective roll.
It's a collective roll, so you can do it.
Right.
Cacula will come help you.
Okay. Yeah. Who was the head beforehand?
Brienne has been head for 2 years.
Uh-huh.
Nerin, you remember the handover. The previous head was a half-orc by the name of what's his name? I don't know. Where did I write it down? God, I'm sure I wrote it down somewhere.
Shoot some letters, put them together. That's the name.
That's the name. No, I have it written. There you go. By the name of Viren.
Viren. Mm-hmm.
I will spell that for you. There you go. He retired.
Okay.
He was older There's a little bit of a weird thing. He retired, and it also states his name. His name is Viren, and he served as the headmaster for 6 years. And he retired quite suddenly when he was 36, which is old for an orc, but it's not that old.
Okay, and also just like generally what Brienne was doing before, and any like interest, or just if there's like a biography kind of thing.
It doesn't state things like that. It does state their ways, their paths.
Right, yeah.
Viren was a Cobalt Soul monk, and Brienne is a Way of the Long Death monk.
Gonna say to Nerin, what does that mean? That doesn't sound good, right?
Nerin, you can roll intelligence at advantage.
I'd be like, Cobalt Soul doesn't sound good. That's my mum.
No, Way of the Long Death.
No, I know. An advantage.
Yes.
What was it? Intelligence.
Yeah, or investigation, whichever's higher.
Okay, all the same. 14.
That's good enough. Way of the Long Death monks are monks that are particularly powerful with certain abilities of not dying, basically. They have the ability to cheat death. So they have the ability to come back to life occasionally, but they also have a similar ability to Luther, which is if they reduce a creature to 0 hit points, they will gain hit points back.
Right. Everything together, I don't trust this woman, and I'm in half a mind to it. I mean, assuming no one's around, because it's going to make sure that
no one is around. It is absolutely dead in here.
Okay, yeah. Just like being like, Brienne seems sus in the library full of people.
Do I remember?
Probably...
Oh, go.
Go on, Nerin.
Sorry.
I was just going to say, do I remember when Brienne took over?
Yes.
Do I remember what the atmosphere was? Like, was it like, oh yes, this is expected, or was it like, whoa, why did that guy suddenly retire?
There was a lot of gossip.
Okay.
There was a lot of gossip about Brienne exceeding her station. The Way of the Long Death are a very minor path. There are only a couple of them. And it was kind of assumed that either a Sun Soul, Cobalt Soul, or Way of the Open Hand monk would take over, as there are more of those, and also Way of the Four Elements. But when she did, there was a lot of suspicion, but he named her as the successor, so people didn't really have a leg to stand on. But you remember the whispers. It died down after a month or so, but you remember it being a bit of a thing.
Everyone agrees Brienne sus.
Okay.
Brienne sus.
I mean, you probably remembered me. Sorry, take that back.
Go again.
You probably could tell in the meeting. I hope she couldn't, but she's hiding something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When she said that when initially she said she didn't know what we were talking about, I don't believe her. I think she's lying. I think we might need to get into all this.
So looks at you with a feeling of pride.
Kitto's like, I know how to get there.
Yeah, no, but Kitto's so proud of Cacula as well.
Yeah.
The skepticism about other people. For this
Kitto's like, my baby, all grown up for mistrusting people.
It's meant to keep you composure, but she was shaking like a leaf. Must be something bad.
No, is it possible for us to go and
Have
do you
a
still have a
rest?
room? Yeah, and we can talk about. I know where her room is.
That's why I tried to, well, not this specifically, but that's why I tried to kind of build up the narrative about this mostly being a project that's annoying us. If we're like, oh, we couldn't find anything, we need to return to the library in the morning, we should be able to stay in your old room with not many people thinking suspicious of us.
To keep that up, we should probably hang around here and keep
That's
reading
very
books
true.
for a bit longer.
Oh,
It's
to be honest,
comfortable.
it would have taken you quite a while to get all of this
Okay.
information.
We actually look at you.
Like, you took
Okay.
a long time to look through and read books.
Cool.
You've been here for like 3 hours.
Cool.
I mean, just to say,
Where? Oh, sorry.
Go on, Hathor.
I'm just going to say, when Luther mentioned cults, she looked incredibly uncomfortable.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, Brienne is suspicious.
Yes.
Was my room connected to my mother's?
No.
Okay, that's fine then. I don't remember that detail. Yes.
No, it's kind of more separated into like there are
Walls.
wings for the
Yeah.
for the tutors and there are wings for the students. So your room was not attached to anyone
That is
else's.
good.
You were
Yeah,
treated a little
definitely.
bit more nicely because you were like the child of one of the very important monks. You have like a private room at the end.
Let's go and see if my room is still there.
As you head towards the exit, your mother is no longer at her post.
Good. Keep going.
It seems that whatever the fight
Kitto-
her and Keller had went away when she's not there anymore.
As they're walking out, Kitto's going to stop, grab Ezra's arm and say, please remove a screw on her chair.
I couldn't hear Ezra.
Yeah, you're
Sorry,
very correct.
please remove a screw on her chair.
Are you sure about that?
I'm begging you.
Or create like a whoopee cushion. That would be quite good too.
That would also work. Anything.
Or just break the wooden chair.
No, don't break it. That's too obvious.
No, Ezra, you should do it. Kitto doesn't beg unless he really wants to.
I mean,
Fuck off, Hathor. You wish you knew that.
Astrid came through and possessed Hathor.
Yeah, apparently. I was like, you two did not have this relationship in game. Calm the fuck down.
Ezra's
Yeah.
just going to run back to the library and spend 2 minutes with a bit of duct tape, the comfiest books with the softest lining possible, and a bit of, like, I don't know, some wood to make some earmuffs just to kind of put on
Valid.
to block this out.
Valid. Are you
Ezra,
actually
thanks,
going to
please?
loosen a screw on her chair? Are you going to fuck with her chair?
Please, Ezra.
I will minorly alter it.
Ezra,
Roll me a
Ezra.
tinkering tools.
I know we've just met, but I consider you a friend. Don't give in to peer pressure. That being said, you should absolutely do it.
I'm going to do 2 things to it then in that case, because this sounds quite serious. The first one is, yes, I will make it so that it's I'm going to run with disadvantage as well.
It's fine. 15's fine.
Yeah, I'll make it so that it does kind of fall after a bit, you know, losing things. But also I'm going to alter the top of it. Is it a wooden chair?
It is, yes.
Yeah, I'm going to alter it a little bit so that it gives splinters. Only tiny ones.
I will say with a 15, yep, for 15 with both of us, you can definitely do that.
I would like to confirm something.
Yes.
Because if
you wish to sit on it, it will be painful.
no, I just want to make sure something, because if it doesn't only my mother sit on this chair, or is it like everyone? Okay,
it's just your mother who sits.
I was just gonna say, because if I knew that this wasn't just my mum, I wouldn't let people do this.
No. Like it is unofficially her spot, and as she's the head of the Cobalt Soul monks, literally nobody else sits in this chair apart from her.
Or is the hope that she's the next person to sit in the chair and so it breaks on her kind of thing?
I mean, nobody else ever sits in this chair apart from her.
Oh, right. Well, great.
I could try and
like this is happening.
if we could never return here, then I would probably try and enchant it so the next person who sits on it has the sound of a foghorn going off.
maybe save that until tomorrow when we leave.
I think that would be a good idea.
That
We
can
should
be our
just
parting
confront
gift.
her on it. No, like it matters whether we know what she's up to, because the fact that we know that she's up to something.
Let's go to the room.
Yeah, it doesn't take you very long to head back to where Nerin you used to live, and it's still like you left it. Your possessions strewn all over the place.
It's in a mess.
Yep, and the door is locked, but you know how to get in. You got the key still. It's okay. So, Ezra is corrupted. You've become one with the Chaos Kids,
Yes.
and in you go.
Damocles is very upset with me.
I
Nerin,
will throw
that
all of
this
my
room
clothes
is-
underneath the bed.
this room is fairly far away from other people, and the door's pretty good, so you're probably not going to be overheard.
Okay. I found her room. She looked very suspicious as she was going up to it. Guarded by 2, what do you call them again, Aleks?
Animated statues.
Iron statues.
That's the one. Yeah, animated iron statue things. And it's locked a locked door. She kind of glanced around before she went in, which is not normal. That plus the way of the what was
Long
it?
The long death.
The long death.
Yeah.
Brain is sus.
Nancy keeps coming up. Am I even realizing that we've got my shit? Was the undead you met at the beginning of her?
Wow, it's almost like the DM has an overarching plot.
Almost.
Shut up, Aleks.
Not
Crazy.
quite.
No, never.
Okay, confirm my theory. We did it, Astrid.
Yay!
I'm not going to confirm what relates to your
Yeah.
particular theory, but yes.
Confirm Luther is the hidden master.
It's
God, he wishes.
all on the-
Actually,
We should-
Damocles is.
That's the person I would have suspected.
Cheese is the hidden master.
Absolutely.
Cheese would do it as well.
Oh, jeez, we do it.
Cheese would overrule the hidden master.
Absolutely.
Oh god, yeah.
We can replace the hidden master with like the hungry master or something.
It's cheese. Okay, aside from that, it is
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
late in the day as well, by the way, guys. So, like, if you guys want to rest, to do a long rest, you can do a long rest and wake at like 2, 3 in the morning, if you want.
We could rest and then try and break in. I don't. Nerin, do you know if she sleeps there?
You know that's her office, and it wouldn't be where she sleeps. They're separate places.
I doubt it. But also, if she's that sus, then probably has some protection at night.
Yeah, I knew.
The statue
Guards
surely
still
would be
there.
enough. What kind of movement did she do to deactivate them?
Oh, it was kind of a thing.
Hand wavy thing.
Oh,
Usually-
Yeah.
And the keys were around her neck, you said.
Yes.
I could always turn into a spider and scuttle underneath the door.
Yes.
it's true.
Then at least if there are magical protections on it, we'll know.
I could try and steal the keys.
So in
I
case
feel
Bobby
like that
sleeps.
might be a little difficult, especially as we don't know where her bedroom
Or
is.
we could dispel the animated guards and lockpick it. It depends.
Or
The one thing we're okay with her knowing that she's been burgled.
You also know that dispelling animated guards wouldn't last very long,
Okay.
because they're
How
permanently.
long is not very long? Like,
Hathor roll
Yeah.
Arcana, and I will tell you.
big difference between like 30 seconds and an hour.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Good. About a minute.
About a minute.
Yeah.
Would that be
They-
enough? How
basically,
stupid
they
are they?
just
Could we get
disappear
in?
for a bit.
It doesn't take a minute to shut it all.
If we get in and shut the door, would that be fine?
It might
they
take
intelligent?
longer than that to pick a lock, though.
Not with these.
My theory is that if she knows anything and we walked up to her today and asked her questions about it, she'll be on extra alert.
I think so too. Honestly, I think
I think
we
she's
could
nervous.
always. I know I'm not the most stealthy, but I could always cast Pass Without a Trace on myself, turn into a spider, crawl under the door, have a look round the office by myself, and crawl back out again. I know it's not very exciting for everyone else, but at least it's only one of us in danger. And I can always pretend I'm some kind of plant. I'm already a wanted criminal. We can just take that angle and go with it.
I don't know if that's going to be enough for animated guards. Would I know if that would work?
With a 22, animated guards tend to attack anything that comes near them.
Yeah.
It's
Do
gonna
they
recognize.
sense
It doesn't.
invisibility?
It can. Some
Yeah.
can. Some of them have true sight abilities. You don't know about these ones particularly.
Yeah.
Some of them have true sight abilities, and some of them definitely can. If they're true sight, they can see through a wild shape. So
If you
Are there windows?
you don't know. You've never been inside.
The
it
other
didn't
thing
see
is
me
Luther-
though, did it?
Luther,
I did roll a 20.
And
Yeah, but
Kitto
also
didn't
you were
see
further
any.
enough back.
Kitto
you didn't
didn't
run up
s-
to it.
Kitto didn't see any other points of entry, which I assume would include windows for us. So
Luther, can't you do that fancy thing that we did at the Trickster Temple? Can you do that through a door?
The teleportation.
Yeah. Where you hit something and then
No,
disappear.
I need to see where I'm going.
And I don't necessarily know whether the armored guard's radius is just the corridor. It could well be the inside of the room as well.
But I mean, if the door's locked, then they can't get in anyway. So
We could dispel
True,
it.
but they
I
could
can
make
try
an
and
awful
unlock it.
racket.
If I can't unlock it, we can back out. If I can unlock it, we can all get in, close the door,
Good
have
idea.
a very quiet look round.
All right.
Or even if
all of
it's,
us.
it can just be me, or
I have dispel
couple
magic
others.
as well.
I don't actually, so.
I think this might be the time for the dream team of Kitto and Spider Lula.
I mean, one
Tarantula.
thing I can try as well is I will be the most stealthy inside there. Me and Damocles can wait outside around the area. If we see anyone coming, we can try and do a distraction. The old.
Yeah.
that would be great. I think maybe
I
having a
could come
backup
with
squad
you.
outside.
Aye.
And
might
we
be
could
helpful.
have Damocles, if someone comes, we could have Damocles running, or we could be chasing, saying, oh no, our dog has run away in the middle of the night. What has happened?
Does anyone still have any of the bones of the bone Hydra?
I don't think anyone took any.
Nobody picked bones of the
There's
bone
probably
hydra
about
up.
20 in my spine.
Do you mind if I take 1d6 of your spine? No.
We'll be done in a
Do
minute.
Eladrin have spines?
Oh, Leo, we made a jelly.
Yes, they do.
I don't know how tree people work.
Yeah.
They do have spines, I believe.
I
We'll
don't.
basically, we'll just wait for you guys to make a decision, and then we'll finish.
Yeah.
We'll finish with you taking the
Tarantula,
last.
Kitto, dream team with a backup B team ready in case shit goes down.
I
Very
think that's a good idea.
Because what I can do is I can alarm a door with alarm, and if something goes wrong, I can have Damocles run to it, setting it off. If anyone asks why there was an alarm on the door, I'm paranoid. I'm a young, student.
The loan
It's not
sharks might be after you.
Also, you can make the alarm only audible to yourself.
Oh no, I was going to make it so that if people are starting to go towards the door they're in, they're suddenly going to go, oh, what was that noise? And then
You'll
see
be
me
alarmed.
chasing after my dog.
That's
I
okay.
think that's a good idea. It could even be Nerin's room.
Aye, because the confusion would be probably enough to get people
And
away from that door.
we could both be chasing after the dog, and that would add extra confusion.
Indeed.
And I think it would add an element of justification as well, because Nerin is from here. They might know him and therefore trust him a little more. I mean, I know you haven't been around very much, but it's clear that you still have a lot of friends here.
And I mean, I think most people like dogs. If
Exactly.
you woke up in the middle of the night and you were chasing a dog, most people would probably help rather
It'd be like a
than
very strange fever dream,
investigate.
but a nice fever dream.
Aye.
All right, let's give that a go then. But we should probably
All right.
sleep first, if we can.
Okay.
Sounds
Yes.
like a plan.
Can I have a wisdom saving throw
Oh no.
from every? Oh no, actually, it's just Ezra.
Oh, just Ezra.
It's just Ezra.
Really? That's right.
You don't have
buddy!
You don't have disadvantage. Roll it again.
Yay!
You're okay. You're fine.
Yeah, that's good.
You're okay. You managed to sleep, which means you reduce 1 point of exhaustion. So you're now only on
Woohoo!
1.
And everyone else.
Huzzah.
And everyone else
Yes,
sleeps
right?
fine, and everybody else, everything resets. Yeah,
Yay!
because you didn't fight
I
anything that was
could-
particularly spooky today. It's just Ezra dealing with his usual bullshit.
All
I mean,
his
that bone
skeleton.
hydra could have been
Yeah,
spooky.
yeah.
I mean,
It's a skeleton.
I mean, we talked to Brienne. That was pretty
That was pretty spooky. Brienne, pretty spooky.
That was
Neren's
absolutely-
mum, also pretty
Oh,
spooky.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
Ezra Delphinium, pretty spooky. But
Yeah,
yes,
I learned I could probably never wild shape into a bone hydra.
very
The most
sad.
terrifying thing of all.
Truthfully enough, it could happen.
And that's where we shall end this week's session.
Hey.
Congratulations, everyone.
Yeah.
You know what? I think we actually all should roll the wisdom save because we had to watch Luther and Hathor kiss.
Really fair.